Heyo. Welcome to All Access, a D&D one-shot with GameBlasterAlpha and me, your host, Ando. Thank you all for joining us. It's going to be a load of fun. Let's jump right in. You guys, I'd like you to roll for initiative.
Well, immediately?
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Already?
Probably just to
Wow.
introduce ourselves.
Oh.
Who
Or not.
knows?
Nice.
Alex is the first one targeted.
Hey, we tied for
5.
initiative. What's your dex, Bubba? 2? Okay, I'm going first. I have a 5.
Heck yeah.
Or,
Uh-oh.
Can I pull up that roll chat somehow? Oh, there it is. Game log. Yep.
Alright. Uh-oh.
And I
Nope,
got a
you're still there.
13.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, I
shout it
think
out
we're
when
good.
you got it.
21 with a modifier of 5.
Heck yeah. And there was another 21, right?
Yep.
21 modifier 2.
For Bubba.
Yes.
And Lil... What
Lil
was...
Tari.
That's it. Lil Tari.
Not Big Tari. Little one.
No,
Lil Tari.
that's
Little
right.
Tari.
And the other two, Cramden and Groth.
I'm a 5, so I'm last.
Wow.
Then Groth got a 13.
Lucky.
Heck yeah. Yeah, okay, so write those down if you could. Lil Tari first, Bubba second, Groth third, and Cramden fourth. That is going to be the initiative for our entire session. Just
neat.
to
Okay.
make things speed up a bit later. Yeah. So, I'm going to start by... Oh, actually, I forgot one thing. With that initiative bonus, instead of adding your regular initiative bonus, I am opening it up to add one of your other ability scores associated with your saving throws. I associate saving throws with the way we instinctually react to things. So feel free to use one of those ability modifiers in place of your dex for initiative.
It is fine because as a war mage, I can use both my dexterity and my intelligence for
Amazing.
So.
So if that changes
Yeah.
anything for anyone, shout it out now.
It doesn't bring me above 13, so
Great.
I'm still good.
Heck yeah. Okay, so, Lil Tari, tell us, what was the last adventure that you, at least the four of you, were on together?
The adventure that the 4 of us were last on together
Last
was
on
probably
together.
about 5 or so years ago when my patron, who has me on retainer, last wanted a very important artifact that Bubba and I couldn't go get alone. And it was probably something very deep in an ancient elvish stronghold of sorts. So of course there were a lot of magic traps and old decrepit pitfalls and stuff like that, and a couple of rolling boulders that we had to
Heck yeah.
run away
Makes
from
sense.
and duck under a door. Yep.
Heck yeah. Bubba, what were you guys seeking during that adventure? What was the artifact?
Get an old crown.
An old crown,
An
heck
old
yeah.
jewel-encrusted crown.
So it was like an ancient elven like keep, like castle almost. where royalty once was, at least. Heck yeah. So, Groth, who fell into a trap during your adventure? Doesn't have to be you, but it could be. Groth?
It was
Oh.
Liltari.
Liltari, yeah, heck
What?
yeah. And what kind of trap did she fall into? Just as a quick follow-up.
It was a glyph of warding.
Heck yeah. It's like an ancient
And I was
elven
able-
glyph
and I was
that had
able
been
to,
left behind. I love that.
And Groth was able to like discern what was going on as soon as she activated the glyph and was able to counterspell it just before
Heck
it
yeah.
went off.
Heck yeah. So, Crandon, what trick did you use to get away with the loot that day? The crown.
The classic swapping out a bag of sand trick.
Heck yeah. Do you always carry a bag of sand on you about crown weight?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Many different weights of bags
Sure.
of sand, just for every possible thing. I have a backpack
Absolutely.
full of sand too, if need be.
And sand is actually really good because you can actually adjust the weight.
Absolutely.
You just need to
Absolutely.
drop some sand out of it.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it does get in everywhere the rest of your party doesn't want it to, somehow.
Where do you think I get it from? That's weird. Never mind.
Okay, back to the top of the list. Liltari, who betrayed your group? Not one of your fellow companions now, but
I
someone
was
within
definitely gonna
your...
just throw Groth under the bus like he threw me under the bus.
There's someone
He was
within
prompted.
your organization who
He
was
just-
like a side player who betrayed you.
It was a elven person who decided that the artifact belonged in a museum
So like a
and
guide.
not in our patron's personal collection.
I love that. They
Yep.
would have a lot of emotional stakes in that. Absolutely.
Yes.
And Bubba, did they get the treasure in the end, or did you guys end up with it?
No, that's how the trick of sand came in. See, Grandin done put the crown in one bag and a lump of sand in the other bag, and just quickly did the toss over the bridge real quick. Caught the bag, didn't think to check it, and then bolted.
Perfect. Groth, who stayed behind while the others escaped, allowing the others to escape?
You know what? Groth is stubborn enough that he wouldn't be having that, and he's the type that doesn't really value his own life that much. So he would definitely, try and face off to the death against somebody who had screwed him over.
Heck yeah. And Cramden, tell us, how did they get away from that situation? Or what did they tell the group, at least, how they got out of that situation?
Maybe can you elaborate? What is it? How did we get out of?
He stayed behind to let you guys escape.
How did
not caring about his
Groth
life.
finally
How did
get out of
Groth
that
finally
situation?
escape? Yeah. Or what did
Gotcha.
he tell you, at least? Not necessarily what he did.
Groth had. I pressed Groth for a while, and Groth finally admitted that he had got away by singing a song, I guess. Just singing a song that happened to be the childhood favorite, like, lullaby of the bad guy he was fighting.
Heck yeah. Yeah, great. And perhaps the whatever was holding him at bay were started to underestimate him at that point, and he got the drop on them, perhaps.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, but a lullaby sounds beautiful. I can't wait to hear Groth sing that later in the session. Awesome. Now that we have kind of an established idea of who your party is and the kind of adventures they go on together, we'll start again at the top of that list. And can you please just tell us a little bit about yourself and your character as much as you feel comfortable? Lil Tari, kick us off.
Lil Tari prefers to go by Ari, actually, and she is a very dedicated archaeologist / tomb raider, and her background is a bit of a mystery. No one really knows where she came from, other than one day she kind of popped up on the archaeology history scene with the discovery of some ancient ruins, and after that she was put on retainer by our current patron.
Heck yeah.
She generally doesn't fall into traps, but that one time that no one ever seems to let her forget, the one time that happened, has haunted her to this day, and she will never let it happen again.
Roth would never have mentioned it again. Not like
It's too late, I already said it.
Yeah, especially because
canon.
you are an expert in elven ruins.
And traps.
It's doubly embarrassing that you fell into an elven trap.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Bubba's never let me forget it. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Let's move on. Any clothing options? Any special items that they're going to be carrying around that you want to highlight now?
Ari is she's dressed in functional clothing, not fashionable clothing. Mostly studded leathers, kind of a white shirt underneath the brown leather. She has not a whip at her side, but a rapier and a light crossbow strapped to her back. She carries some cartographer's items with her so that they can make a map of the ruins as they go. And that map is accurate because of my archaeologist background. And so we won't get lost ever.
Sure. Heck yeah.
And the crossbow seems to have some kind of magical aura to the people who are magical in this group.
Heck yeah.
And the other thing that's special about her is she wears a cloak that you guys have a really hard time spotting her when she puts the hood up.
Awesome. All right, Bubba, take over.
Oh, and she has a lot of piercings. Yes.
Bubba's a lizard folk, a little more on the looking like a crocodile, more the extended out nose. He is the jovial, meat shield. Big guy, broad shoulders, always big smile, seeing all them teeth. Bubba would constantly, random equipment he got on him, Bubba has a giant tree limb. And to anybody who will listen, Bubba, it's almost in the shape of a maul, but to anybody who will listen, he will claim it came off the tree of life. And he has a great axe on the other side that one side is smashed and completely unusable while the other side is still normal, and he'll claim that's how he cut off the tree of life. That's why he takes care of.
Yeah.
So he follows nature. And he's got all that moss growing through this heavy plate. And he's got on his chest what looks to be some sort of emblem that's no longer readable. It's just kind of scratched over and it's mossy covered.
Dope.
Basically.
Heck yeah. Groth?
Groth is... Let me pull up his description stuff. It'll load. Okay. He's probably just like the second tallest of the group, just under Bubba, and he's this green-skinned orc who has just all over his upper body just this vibrant blue war paint. He kind of wears this kind of this skirt robe made from he probably made it himself, just made of beast hides and leathers and various bits of dark dyed cloth. Around his shoulder, he has this strange sash that seems to be made out of a somewhat different material than the rest of his clothing is. But it's a very dark material, kind of velvety, has a bit of a sheen to it. It's probably used to be part of like an actual wizard's robe, but it seems to actually be torn in a few places. At his he also has a couple of piercings on his ears, but the most notable bits of equipment he has on him is he has in his carrying in his hand at all times. He has this black iron staff that at the head of it has this very strange piece of metal that looks like partially oxidized copper. And at his side, he has his spell book. But as you kind of look at the cover, you see that kind of carved into the leather-bound, into the leather-bound cover. You see orcish faces that seem to be screaming in pain.
Very cool.
Just kind of be frozen in place in that kind of expression.
Yeah.
He has this very stern, serious gait as he walks along.
I apologize, my sound just went out, so if you're talking...
All good.
Okay. So yeah, he just has a serious gait about him. Doesn't talk a whole lot unless he has something that he can inform the party about, or if he's answering a question about something about the surroundings. He tries to keep people informed about what's around them.
Heck yeah. Do you think Groth and Liltari have any matching piercings?
Yeah, actually, there's this one night. That's how Groth got his first piercing.
Is it me?
Actually,
Thumbs up if
there
it's
was
me.
one.
Sorry.
So that's how Groth got his first piercing. Is they got really drunk in town one night, and Ari convinced him that they needed to go get a piercing. So they went, and that's how Groth got his first piercing.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Perhaps later in a different mission, you found like a pair of priceless earrings from an ancient time, and you've each put it into the hole as a remembrance of both that first drunken night out and your adventures together.
When you did that, Groth seemed to have been very nonplussed about it, but he would have allowed you to do so. He would have allowed you to do so. He wouldn't have. He seems to have not put much emotion into it, but he will go along with whatever ride you take him on.
Heck yeah. Awesome.
Fantastic.
That's
the best kind of drunk companion who will go along with all the shenanigans.
Now,
my
Alex,
audio is back, so
okay,
I'm good. Sorry for interrupting before.
No worries, absolutely. Crandon, go ahead. Last but not least, our faithful DM, now a player.
Cramden is a short, green-skinned goblin man with scraggly black hair all over, uncombed, it would seem. And he wears his armor, but then he tries to wear his leather jacket on top of it. He's obsessed with seeming cool, but he really just wants to fit in with everybody. He's got a golden chained necklace with this blue triangle hanging from it. And on his back is a light crossbow, and he carries a big old war hammer that he's kind of etched things and drawn various things. Maybe just pictures of the rest of the party members on the warhammer.
I feel like Cramden also got really drunk with us that night and went to go get a piercing, but A, it didn't to seem cool and to fit in, but A, it didn't suit him, and then B, it got really, really infected, so he had to take it out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I got so drunk I forgot, but you always remind me.
Yep.
It's good that you keep each other accountable. All right, heck yeah. So, thank you guys. That was wonderful. You see, we the audience see these people now gathered in a lush library of your eccentric patron. The book-lined walls and upholstery smell of old leather. The rest of the room is filled with ostentatious knickknacks and obscene fertility statues. However, each one of you has found and retrieved at least one of these items as a part of your individual or group journeys. And you all know that this entire room may be the most priceless collection of artifacts on the planet. Behind the large, thick, old desk, there is a bugbear in a tuxedo-esque butler uniform standing off to the side, and there's an exotic-looking toucan on a perch in right next to the desk. And so as you guys are standing around, you know, making small talk, refreshments, that kind of thing, always served very well in this house. The bugbear in the uniform steps forward, lifts up the toucan from its perch, places it on the center of the table, opens its beak. It's living, but the bugbear opens its beak for it, and you hear, "Ha-ha! Good morning, Celestials!" And
No.
you hear the voice of your patron. You don't know his name, you don't know his identity, but he pays you very well for keeping his secrets and collecting his collection. The toucan goes on to announce, after the events of your previous escapade, I'm glad to see so many of you have decided to return. It's still hard to believe that we were betrayed by one of our own. Their deeds will be a stain upon my legacy that will never fade, as long as this injustice stands and they do the same. Stand. Anyway, haha!
Little Ari spits on the ground and mutters frickin' elves under her breath.
Your task today should be an easy one. I want you to find a collection of insignia belonging to an ancient faction known as the Spelljammers. Bugsby has the dossier and will equip you with everything you need as per usual. Your standard compensation has already been transferred to your personal holdings with a bonus for full completion of the collection. The last thing I'll say is that many of you are disposable. I mean, many of you are at my disposal. Suffice it to say, all of you are the best of the best, so there's no one else I would rather dispose of first. Ta-ta! And the toucan closes its mouth. The bugbear picks it up and puts it back on the perch next to the desk, and you are left in the silence of the room.
Oh, you guys think... sorry. So, do you guys think, like, that toucan swallowed a sending stone or something?
It would not be the strangest piece of magic I have seen.
This is definitely not the strangest way he has chosen to communicate with us.
The toucan shrugs and says, "It's a living." So you open up the dossier, and the file describes 3 badge-like objects belonging to the Spelljammers.
No.
You have now spent weeks traveling halfway around the globe and back, chasing leads that have led you here. And I'll transition to the map. An ominous cliff face.
This better be the last place.
An ominous cliff face of dark stone rises before you. Spits of rain hit your face as you crane your neck up, and the last warmth of the day is fading fast, and shadows stretch long, fleeing from the light. On the bright side, the heavy rain seems to be done for the day, and you can smell the earthy scents of the wild bushland flanking you. You don't hear any wildlife yet, but maybe they're staying warm and dry, unlike you guys. But what you know that they don't is that there is treasure nearby. You can taste it. So yeah, you guys are standing out here in the bushland in front of this cliff face. What would you like to do?
I swear, if Carmen Sandiego isn't here, I'm gonna be pissed.
Sorry, which direction is our map? Which direction is the same? It's not apparent where the stone face is.
No worries, absolutely.
Probably.
So the stone cliff face
it-
that rises, the dark stone cliff face that rises high, is closest to Crandon and Bubba. Behind you,
okay.
Ari, is a rocky outcropping, a plateau, but not as high as the cliff face in front.
Okay. Can I inspect the opening, like the face, the entrance? And can you unpause the game, please?
Yes, absolutely. I can unpause the game. There is no entrance. It is just a cliff face. You have gathered a clue somewhere along your hunt that has led you here to this location, where you have been informed that you will find your prey or hopefully get closer to it.
Okay. Can I do a perception check then to check for
Absolutely.
anything that might indicate an entrance or a path to go?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
If anyone else is doing that too, feel free to jump on and give the help action.
I believe I also have advantage to check for hidden doors. Let me see if that was actually one of the things that I took.
Absolutely. If you have it, go for it. If anyone else has
Yeah,
anything
I have advantage on perception and investigation checks made to detect the presence of secret doors.
Absolutely. Go for it with advantage. Anyone else who wants to roll for the general area can also roll, not giving advantage to Ari.
Whoa.
That is a 25 for me then, please.
Heck yeah.
Cramden just leans up against a tree and is just like flicking a golden coin and catching it. He's horrible at this stuff, so he leaves it to the professionals. Also, by the way, Demonic Babs tuned in to watch us tonight.
Babs, hi!
Welcome.
I'm working on my cross stitch while we play.
Heck
Okay,
yeah. So, with that 25, yeah. So, with a 25, you find south of you there is a locked lead gate around this location here. If you can, there's no clicker mod. Okay.
I see your mouse.
Yeah, you see my mouse. Great. So south of you, around where my mouse cursor is.
Paused for me.
Game is still paused.
Strange. Well, I just hit it twice. Did that work?
No.
No, maybe I need to
No,
refresh
should we
it.
try refreshing?
Yeah,
wonder if it-
absolutely.
yeah,
Try
let's just-
refreshing.
Alright.
I'm gonna take a shower real quick.
Once we walk over there, I'll look at Ari. Your way or my way. Kind of
Well,
holding
let
out
me
the mallet.
Well,
with
try
such
my way first. It would be a shame to damage it more than it already has been.
with that hidden doors check, while you guys are professionals, you've done this before, you know that most ancient places, ruins and such, have back entrances. And with that roll, you do find the back entrance, which is north of you. And again, I'll show you with my cursor. It's towards the top of the map to the north. This one is not a lead gate. This one is a sophisticated red gate with a red force field. It's kind of looks like the doors of a submarine. How you kind of have to step through them, but instead of a solid metal door being open and closed, it's like a red force field. Go ahead.
Cool. That's great. I tried reloading the page and now I just can't connect the site.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's same.
Is anybody else having that issue?
Okay, so
Yeah.
should I resend you the invitation link, log out myself? What would be the smartest thing to do right now?
I'm not sure. I mean, it should be the same IP, so the same link should work.
Absolutely.
I'm
It
not
could have
sure what's causing
bummed
it.
out when my internet failed.
Yeah, it might have had something to
Maybe.
do with it. I don't
So
know.
I guess maybe quit your Foundry instance and restart it. Maybe. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hopefully that'll work.
Ooh, I wonder. And just I guess double check your invite link, because it might have changed. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out once I'm in.
It looks like it has.
It worked.
I'm
Yep.
out not in a not. It says launch game, so all
Right.
access.
Yeah, all access.
Launch. Lack server
Ignore
admin.
that.
There we go.
Oh,
Now I
yep,
can-
I'm on
now
the.
it's like now it's showing me the login.
All right, I see Cramden in.
Yep, there we go.
Heck yeah. Okay. So
Yep, looks like
yeah,
I'm
I
in
just had to
too.
refresh. Awesome. And
Okay,
it should be
so
unpaused
Just
as
loading
well.
in.
mine is still saying paused.
Oh,
Oh, now it's unpaused.
Now it is.
great.
There we
Okay,
go.
great. Okay, so where's the store? In the
So
back there?
north of you there is a back entrance, and south of you there is a front entrance.
Okay.
The back entrance
We're
has the
gonna-
red door.
Yep, back entrance has the
Okay.
red force field door. The front entrance has a standard standard lead gate.
Whereabouts
Can
is the
we?
red door?
Say that again.
Whereabouts is the red door?
Yeah. So it
North.
is
Where we are?
Let me see from Bubba's perspective. Yep. So pretty much behind that bank of bushes is where you would have found it. It was quite well hidden in a little crack of the cliff face and overgrown with vines.
Can we see through the red force field?
You can see through the red force field. On the other side, you see a dim red light from kind of the top edge of the wall and the ceiling, about 5 feet in, maybe 10 feet in.
And
Can I manifest my echo inside there?
Good question. Is your manifestation spell based? Or magic based? I know it's a feature, so it's not a spell necessarily. But like, does it say that you magically manifest this thing?
It does, yes.
If you magically manifest it, then you currently cannot manifest your echo inside this space.
Guys, I think this thing
our magic
stops all
expert.
magic.
Can anybody dispel it? Does anybody have that magic currently available to them?
Operation.
Roth will step forward and he says, "I can attempt it."
If it doesn't
And
work,
if
we
he-
can try the iron door.
And if he fails, I can try.
Not with the force field. We will try with the iron door.
No, I can actually turn that off.
Oh,
I got magic too. I'm gonna give me magical. This is magical as this
Alright.
guy. I touch my armor and I just glow. I glow with the light spell.
sorry. You like to smash things so much that I sometimes forget.
Yeah, useful.
Did
I have my works for
Very
that too.
useful.
Did somebody drop out?
No,
was me rambling.
go ahead.
Roth stepped forward and while Bubba is rambling, went to ritually cast detect magic.
Heck yeah. So you cast Detect Magic, and you find out that this, or the gates seem to be channeling a area of anti-magic. And inside of this
Anti-magic.
space is an anti-magic field. If you want to look up the 8th level spell, Anti-Magic Field, that will give you the details of what you can and can't do inside the space.
Well, detect magic just lets me know what kind of magic it is.
Sure.
If I wanted to know the specifics, I would have to cast identify.
Well, too late now.
Well, it's just like it could let me know that there's an anti-magic field there.
Well,
would let me
it
know
wouldn't
that.
work really. So if you're a 9th level wizard, you could probably put 2 and 2 together. If you cast detect magic on a obviously magical force field gate, and nothing comes up, then it's probably easy to figure out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's almost like you can detect the faint grey pulses of like natural life energy, just of nature, and then you see kind of like a void of nothingness in that space. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Is this a common? For my
Anti-magic
experience, is this a
fields?
common kind of trap or device used in ruins like these?
I would say no. An 8th level spell being used as a door, or associated
Is
with
this
a door, probably not.
is this the kind of magic that the person who betrayed us would have been likely to use?
No. This is
Okay.
well beyond their ken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Groth
Well-
Do we have a name?
Groth will explain as much to the group.
What's the name of the person who betrayed us?
Good question. You tell us.
Yeah, Alex, you brought up the question.
I know. It is
Crammed
Dilbert. It's just Dilbert.
Sure. Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
I like
We
to
all just
imagine
wanted Silver
it's a
Paragraph.
code name from your first mysterious mission together, and it just never dropped. You never dropped the nickname, and perhaps that's why they betrayed you.
Yeah, I called him that, and he
Yeah.
just was pissed.
It's not.
Oh,
Wait, that's
whatever.
Ample's place. Yeah, it's not Dilbert. It's Montgomery Central Fernando II. I don't know.
Central is his middle name.
I don't know.
Central is
Yeah,
his
it's
Never
his
mind,
middle
we would have
name.
called him
That's right.
Central then.
I gotta
come
write
back to
that
the
down.
conversation. You definitely hear. Hey, remember that one time you aggravated that trap? And I never wanted to pay your time.
Sorry,
I
didn't
do
quite catch
remember
that.
it. Why do you ask?
No, I'd be saying that to Ari. Remember that one time you activated that trap? And that nipple wasn't unactivated?
Yes.
Groth
Oh,
hears
boy.
it, but he does not seem to acknowledge it.
Don't do that
Your
here.
point being.
Shouldn't do that here. Bubba's got like a big
Let's
smile
go.
while he's saying it.
Let's go to the iron door. And
Heck
she
yeah.
starts heading over towards the iron door.
Groth-
Where was
well,
it again?
I crashed,
South.
so I wouldn't have explained this. Well, with anti-magic field, we
It's
can't use
where my
magic wall
cursor
within
is.
it.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh, so down here?
Yeah, you should see it sticking out pretty easily once you're down there.
No,
I-
it's
I crashed, so I didn't really get a chance to explain this. But we cannot use magic wall within this field. And any magic
Where is
thing,
it?
any magic things that
thank you.
can you not hear me?
Oh, far.
Yes.
No, we
we
can.
can.
So we're just trying to find the door. We're listening.
Okay. Groth would have just explained we cannot use magic wall within it, and any magic that is brought into it is suppressed. But
Yes.
there's no other reason. But that means that there are no magical traps to do at least.
Yes, but it also means that if we run into issues, you can't help us.
It depends on how
I-
the field goes.
Can I
So-
investigate the iron door to see if it's trapped if I try to lockpick it?
Yeah. So Ari, you're now standing right in
Groth
front
will
of the door.
Groth will also investigate that the anti-magic door, just because it didn't get a chance to do that.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't think-
Both of you
Go for
roll.
it.
I don't think Bubba would have left Groff alone.
No worries. It's
he
fine.
Can,
Even
he
if
can
you
handle
don't.
himself, but Bubba seeing those two run off would be like, I don't want nothing to happen to you. I stay like somewhere where I can at least try to keep an eye on him.
No worries.
18.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So is this an investigation or can I argue for perception here?
Go,
for traps on the
it
wall.
is a check agnostic. So whatever you feel like your character would do first,
Great.
that's what they would do.
Great. 26.
Heck yeah. Okay, so 18 and 26. With 26, you find that there is a lock on the door, but it looks like it's recently been manipulated. It looks like it was kind of rusted shut, but you can see that there's some scoring on it from some thieves' tools. On the other hand, the
So-
red... Oh, yep, go on.
So is it open? I try to open it.
Locked up again.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Someone's
probably
been
whatever,
here.
probably whatever tool check they.
And the investigation on the red door is fruitless, as it tells you pretty much what you know before. It's a door channeling anti-magic and creating an anti-magic field. There doesn't seem to be an easy fix.
And Cramden has been staying like at least 20 feet behind Ari because she's expressed like, I don't need you ruining my stealth. So he's staying behind, but he like shouts up like, you want me to attack that freaking lock?
So
No, I
missed the
think I
explanation
might.
of- I missed the explanation of the red door because Discord crashed on me again.
No,
No, I think
there's
I
no
might
further
try
explanation.
to
Well, I didn't get any
lockpick it.
explanation.
It's what you learned before.
Yeah, what you learned before, the investigation seems fruitless as it's not letting you in physically, and there's no way to kind of investigate it magically without the magic dispersing.
So any attempt to open it fails.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Groth will go back and rejoin the others then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
No worries.
so I'm gonna try using my thieves' tools, my lockpicks, to open this door.
Heck yeah! So
I'm going to-
I double proficiency bonus for tool checks, so you can stack that with a skill bonus if you want.
Oh, cool. I have expertise with my thieves' tools, so that
Amazing.
means I'm also adding another +4 to whatever this is then.
Amazing! Heck yeah!
Yeah. And do I get advantage on this?
While you're picking that lock, walk up behind. What a miss.
You might want
Well,
to
she
stand...
found this lock. She's trying to pick it. I'm staying back. But someone else has been here, it seems.
Yes, it looks like they tried to open this door, or they successfully opened the door and then relocked it once they got through, so we need to be careful when we go in.
Who relocks the lock once they open it?
Someone
Is it
who
like a
doesn't... someone who
standard
doesn't-
like lock? Sorry.
No worries, yeah. Someone who
can it-
doesn't
could it
want
have been-
us
oh,
to
sorry.
follow
You go ahead.
them. That's okay. I'm used to it.
No, I'm...
It's the lag.
Like,
No,
in
there's a good
Discord, this is
timeout.
normal.
Dudes, right? Always talking over words.
Dudes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the lock... Can the lock have been put on from the inside? Or...
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it's a bar door. Okay,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
it's a bar gate. Yep. Excuse me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, she had it right. I was...
So go ahead.
What ability do I use for thieves' tools? It's asking me for an ability.
Dexterity.
Oh, okay. Dexterity.
Yeah. Usually people
have
go with like sleight of hand
expertise.
or whatever, but yeah.
15, so that's a 19.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah, you unlock it pretty deftly. It seems like not only is it a pretty old and not a very sophisticated padlock, but it also with the recent manipulation, it seems to be a little easier to open. Maybe before it might have been rusted shut and harder to get apart. But you do it very easily. You have skilled hands.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, now the gate is open. Oh, I should open it as well.
Fantastic. Ari looks for tripwires or anything that might get triggered when they step through the threshold.
Yeah, roll perception or roll whatever you think your character would
24.
do.
Okay, so
Yeah, wow.
just for another note, detect magic lasts for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, heck yeah. Okay. You don't see any tripwires as you step through the gate. You feel but you do feel the temperature drop inside this lead-lined room. Floors, walls, and ceiling all lead-lined. The only sound you can hear is the slight buzz of electrical lights as they backlight a large statue silhouetted in the center of the space. The air in this memorial tastes metallic and is thick with the smell of blood.
Ooh.
With that perception check, you also see the slumped body figure of a body at the base of this statue.
That must be where the blood is coming from.
What
Do
do
we
you think
recognize
killed
the
that
person,
thing?
or is it just a random person?
Do you go to investigate?
Is
It's
it
hard to
Wait.
tell from
anything?
here. Excuse me. It's hard to tell. They're slumped face down, turned away.
I'll
from
send
you.
Bubba in to
I
go
go
look.
Wait, guys. I can send my clone in there and just double check.
Yeah. If you
I mean,
want
it's
to,
up to
I
you.
mean,
Sure.
if something wrong with that person, we can get them back. I'm gonna try to get them back.
As long as we don't split our profits with them.
You want to make sure the body's safe.
Crying
Yeah,
out loud.
Yeah, I'm
just-
thinking. What were you saying, Groth?
I was asking. I was pinging.
So
Well, can I manifest my echo then and just kind of investigate the room ahead of everybody? Look at the body, see what's up.
yeah, I don't see why not.
All right.
Oh, that's
So,
not a
yeah,
really
I guess
good
I-
idea to toss a rock at it to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
this is
my
kind of like the
shadow is
magical
expendable
equivalent
as
of
a
tossing a
rock.
rock at it.
That's like
So-
the magical equivalent of tossing a goblin at it, right? That's kind of
Yeah,
what
exactly. That's what
Essentially.
goblins are for, right?
do you
Hey,
want to
come on now.
roll to investigate the body?
I still have not heard an answer for if detect
Oh.
magic is pinging anything.
Detect magic is pinging slight magic off the safety lights. It just seems like a perpetual light spell.
What? Okay, so it's evocation magic.
Andy.
I got a 16 on my investigation. I just a figure the same size as me, same shape, but just all dark and made of just shadows, kind of appears in front of you guys and just starts to like look at this body, try to like loot through its pockets, see if they're recognizable.
Heck yeah. So they rifle through the pockets and do find something. They find a blue, metallic blue badge-like object, about the size of like a cop badge you see on TV, and metallic the same, but it's tinted blue. And as they're kind of rifling through the pockets and hold this thing up, the body kind of shifts and turns over, and the rest of you see it is the body of your nemesis, Dilbert, as they reach out to grab at your clone Shadow, and the badge being held up in its hand towards you. They seem to try to fight your Shadow and wrestle your Shadow over this item.
Oh shoot. Well, yeah. Can the shadow move away? And I'm just like, guys, it's Dilbert.
Absolutely.
He's hurt.
Does your Shadow
He's got a badge. I think he's with the cops.
Does your Shadow have stats or share your stats? Is there some sort of grapple check it can make that is separate from you?
I think he shares my same stats, but has an
Heck yeah.
AC of 18.
AC of 18. Yeah, just roll a athletics check or dexterity check to try and break this grapple.
Is this the class that Jake's character is playing in NADPOD?
Yeah.
The second arc of Nampod? Okay.
Echo Knight.
I thought it seemed familiar.
Shoot, it went away. I think it was a 26.
Heck yeah. 27, in fact. Yeah, so your shadow easily slips out of this person's grip, not only because your shadow is, a slippery shadow, but also because this person seems very, very weak. It seems like even though they weren't dead as first thought, they are dying. Yeah, and they seem to be. They haven't seemed to recognize you guys yet. As you look into their eyes seem cloudy, not with like white cataract, but with like confusion and pain. And you don't see any visible wounds on their body, but you do see kind of black spider-like veins up their neck.
So they seem like poisoned or something.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm gonna start like making my way up there, like kind of pushing through a little bit. I figure the second I come into frame, Bubba's a little hard to miss.
Yeah, I think his eyes do try to focus on you, and he whimpers with fear.
I ain't
This is
gonna
so
kill you.
cool. I keep missing information because Discord keeps crashing.
All good. The information you need to know, this body is your rival. They're still alive for at least a few more seconds, and they are now recognizing and becoming fearful of Bubba.
Nah, I ain't gonna kill you.
Really? You
What?
should put the fucking traitor out of his misery.
The badge. The badge. Give it back.
Seems like he wants this thing. And my shadow tosses it up and flips it like the coin that he's always flipping.
Oh, Groth, as Cramden flips the coin, you get a magical essence from it. Not coin, the badge.
Cool. What kind?
The kind that protects you. I think abjuration.
Abjuration. Yep. Groth will say as much. And it was only when he flipped it?
It was hard to see before that moment, and also I forgot about your detect magic.
Yes, dang it, Discord.
It was hard to see, but you see it now.
Yeah, it wasn't the flipping that triggered it. It was just always that way. You just saw it and you noticed.
Well, okay then. Groth is going to look at the coin. Abjuration magic. He's going to look over at Dilbert. He's going to say, Your greed seems not to have stopped you before. That it was a mistake.
I don't think he's gonna talk to you, Groth. This man's dying.
You hear him whimper, greedy. Stop.
Hold on. I'm gonna put a hand with him. I'm gonna use lay on hands and remove a poison effect.
This is deep.
It ain't coming off.
Not coming off with a simple lay on hands. This might need a temple to fix. You know what I mean?
Liltari,
Say that again?
Does he seem cursed?
He does seem cursed.
Ari is going to go up to him and look at Bubba and then draw her rapier and position it at his throat.
He looks up at you and says, please, the badge.
Why
No,
should we
guys.
help you
What?
when you betrayed us?
He keeps begging you, just please. Not necessarily putting, thoughts are muddled kind of thing.
Brandon, bring that badge over here.
I
If
don't know
Bubba
if we should
doesn't
give it to this guy.
Stop her, Ari is gonna put him out of his misery.
I would turn around to say that, like right as I turn around and be like, "Hey, bring that badge."
Yep, she's gonna stab her rapier through his throat.
He gurgles. A little bit of black tinged blood comes out of the corner of his mouth as he succumbs. So
It was a kindness. As she walks out to clean her rapier on the grass outside.
yeah, kindness to me because now a stain has been removed from my family. Haha. You don't hear that. Not in the real world.
Groth kind of turns to you as you say that. A kindness, perhaps, but not a smart move.
And Bubba's like kind of looking down at the body. I had removed curse.
He didn't deserve
Did he
it.
really? He got himself into that, it seems.
So you're now in this room
Perhaps.
with this statue. You have the badge. Anything else you'd like to do in here?
Groth just kind of turns back to Ari and he says, "Perhaps it was a kindness, but it was a poorly thought out move. He could have gotten us further in."
He would have just betrayed us again. I think I saved us a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
If he had betrayed
Finishes
us
just
again,
cleaning
then
her blade and
then
comes
we
back
killed him.
in.
If he had
You
betrayed us,
said
we
that
would
the
have
place was lead. Would I know that lead stops scrying?
You would all be aware that lead has negative effects on magic. That's a pretty common practice.
Yep. Groth in particular would be keenly aware of that, especially considering he has detect magic up right now and would not
Absolutely.
be able to penetrate the outer walls of this room.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I'll say like detect magic has maybe like 6 or 7 minutes left, and he's gonna walk
Great.
around the statue, and he's going to be closely inspecting this statue.
Yeah. So inspect away.
Okay. I will make some investigation. Hopefully Discord doesn't crash on me again.
I will assist.
You will assist. Okay, so I get
Okay.
advantage.
Can I look over the body, Pando?
Yeah. Go for it. Okay, so
16, that's a 25 for investigation. Although
25 investigation and
roll.
12 for medicine. Heck yeah. So with that investigation check, the only interesting part of the statue I should describe is quite tall, about 10 foot up. It almost touches the ceiling. It is kind of amorphous in terms of the physical features of this this person. It seems like it's almost like what are those things in shops that get clothes put on them? Not marionettes. Mannequin. Thank you. It's almost like a mannequin in the way that the face and hands are not detailed, but it seems like the outfit is the most honored and detailed thing on this statue. The uniform, in fact, of what you believe to be the Spelljammers. And you can see on the chest of this statue, there is a small indentation where a badge-like object might have been recently, and a bunch of scratch marks around one kind of corner of the badge indentation. Baba, you check over this body. You do not find any flesh wounds. Or whatever flesh wounds you do find, they aren't deep enough or terrible enough to be fatal. But you do find every scrape, every cut, every flesh wound, there is that kind of spiderweb-like blackness surrounding it, and a little red inflammation. So, anything else? There doesn't seem to be anything else of interest in this room as far as you're aware.
Groth was the one inspecting the statue. So
Yep. And who has the badge right now? It's still Crandon?
He just dropped.
My shadow is still holding it.
Great.
And he's like, I guess he's holding it up to me to kind of look at. I don't know if there's anything. Can I do like an Arcana check on it to learn? I mean, I don't know if that's going to learn anything, but
You can do an Arcana check. Go for it. You never know what you find out until you roll.
26.
Heck yeah. It feels safe. Like it feels like a positive object.
Okay, so I crashed again. Gosh dang it.
No worries. The badge feels positive magic, not negative magic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gilbert wanted this thing for a reason.
Yeah.
It's going to be useful, I'm sure.
Yeah, Groth reaches for it, and he just kind of he asks Tramdit to give it to him.
And you feel.
Don't ask me, ask him. Just joking. And my shadow
He's
tosses
me.
it over to you.
I love it. Groth, as you hold it with your detect magic up, you feel it starting to siphon energy from you passively, like attuned items do.
Okay, so kind of similar to how my staff and my staff and
It's not active yet, but it certainly feels like it could be attuned.
Okay, so he's gonna hold it up to the indentation on the statue.
Yeah, it does nothing. It fits into place and it fits nice and snug, but now that it's kind of been scratched out, it falls out as you let it go. It's no longer tight in there.
Okay, so the statue's too damaged to actually hold it in place.
Yep.
Okay.
Bending? Anybody? Anybody?
I do not.
Yeah, such a good cantrip.
It is a good cantrip, but no, I do not have it.
Yeah. I've given you all the information you should have right now. I was about to add something.
So, can I look for where the hidden door is? Because there's very obviously a hidden door in this room, and it probably has something to do with the statue.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you absolutely can investigate for any other hidden doors in this room. As an expert in this type of scenario, you know, hidden doors are quite standard.
18?
18.
Well, there is a door over here, like right here.
I don't know what you're
Is that
talking
visible?
about.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
No, apparently that's secret.
Pretty sure. Is it?
What?
I see like a.
Yeah.
I see like a bit that's like sticking out there.
Interesting.
That's a door.
Weird. Okay, so with that 18, you do find you do a standard knock on the wall. You find that there is a hollow space behind the central panel of the back wall behind the statue. You found it. You found a hollow
Great.
wall.
Bubba, would you like to do your thing now?
Yeah, I'm about to try.
Okay. We
You
should all
point-
stand back.
I take that big tree branch off my back, and like about to hit my home run, I crack it.
Heck yeah. Roll to attack.
Bubba,
Yeah.
smash.
Bubba smash.
And heck yeah, that's gonna do it. Sorry, what I meant to say was roll to damage, because it's a wall, so you don't need to roll to hit, but that absolutely hits it, so. Heck yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
I have an odd question. I have Great Weapons Master. Could I have used that since it would be an automatic hit and crack it for an extra 10 points of damage?
25, yeah. Yeah, so you wind up, take a big swing, and smash that door down. It's gone. So you see it buckles in. It's kind of made of large sheets of lead. So you see it kind of buckle in, and with your tremendous strength, you are able to keep hitting it where it needs to be hit and bend it where it needs to be bent. And you open up an entrance into a dark hallway beyond. Yeah.
I showed my weapon.
Heck yeah. So you see, as you crack this thing and bend it forward, dust flies off the wall and kind of falls down around you. And as you open up the space, it kind of air kind of pushes out of the space, like there was air pressure in there before, but now there is not.
It's open.
Thank you, Bubba. And she'll like pat you on the shoulder.
Do we see into it? I don't see into it.
Yes. So you see a dark. Oh, hang on. I didn't unlock.
I get out of the
it.
way. I get out of the way. I let this motherfucker
Heck yeah.
get
I
in.
don't see nothing. There we go.
Yep.
I love how
So-
there's even the door smashed in on the ground there.
Absolutely.
You expected this?
You see a short, dark staircase ending in an open blue gate. The stone steps are slick with condensation, and the soft crunch of debris seems overly loud under your feet as you move towards the smell of despair. Groth, as you pass that corner space and come within 5 feet of this wall here where my cursor is, the blue badge in your hand seems to buzz or vibrate, and a hidden scanner on the wall just south of that hidden entrance kind of scans in the general direction of your badge, but doesn't register it because you've already moved past it. It's like if an automatic scanner activated as you were walking past it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
It seems this badge is going to perform some function within the ruins itself.
Interesting.
And he's actually going to step back through the door, and he's going to step towards the scanner here.
Yeah.
And while he's sitting there, he is going to be ritually casting Identify on it.
Absolutely. So you identify the spell, Detect Magic goes, and you are able to identify that indeed it does seem to be some sort of scanner. The programming seems to be attached to the badge. It seems to be scanning for the size, shape, and proximity of the badge.
What about the I was casting Identify on the badge.
Oh, on the badge, excuse me. The badge itself needs attunement. It will give you advantage on con saves.
Oh, it's like a periaptive health or something like that. Okay, so it's like that's neat.
What's neat? What did you learn?
Also, just to remind you, within my system, attunement is one action.
Okay, Groth is going to look at this. Apparently this talisman or badge can be used to strengthen one's constitution or their fortitude. And he'll attune to it as an action, and he'll keep it on his person.
Heck yeah. So as you attune to it, still standing in front of that wall, the scanner activates again after a few seconds, maybe every 10 seconds or so, it scans outwards. And once you're attuned to it, it activates with a soft ping, and the wall that Baba half destroyed starts sliding down into the floor and then gets caught on the bent and cracked parts of it and stops its descent. But suffice it to say, this badge also seems to function as a key.
Great, so I guess we'll move into the hallway.
Heck
and
yeah.
I assume we'll get Groth to open up this door at the end as well.
It is an open blue gate as opposed to the closed red gate you saw before. Also, Bubba was not the one who destroyed the gate on the staircase. It was already destroyed. He just broke the wall in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Can I do a perception to the room?
Absolutely.
Step in?
As you roll that, I will describe it. The hallway opens up into a larger room that echoes with soft
Man, I'm rolling
whispering.
like shit tonight.
There is a stable yellow light directly ahead of you, and you can see multiple blue gates in the gloom of its edges. Something definitely died in this room, but it's the unknown sporadic dripping on you that is probably the grossest thing here.
So I got a 13 on my perception. I rolled a freaking 3.
I'm gonna try and see if I can do this from the client as opposed to the browser.
No worries.
Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that is my problem.
Can I send my shadow in there to just wander around, make sure there's no traps or anything?
You can absolutely send your shadow in there. Ari, you see those blue gates in the corner of the room. You can see soft safety lights on the back wall opposite you that is giving off dim light that shows these kind of corners. Cramden, your ghost, as it walks past this yellow light, you hear that soft whispering noise escalate or elevate, I suppose, into a loud, fervent whispering.
I guess, my echo shadow stops and kind of backtracks backwards and just leans into the door. Is there anything to perceive about this?
It does not seem to be able to move through a yellow force field that is at the front of this space.
All right, guys, there's different colored force fields all around. There's another open door when we go in here a little bit, and there's a couple doors. I don't know. Seems to be safe, though. My shadow hasn't been tripping anything.
Ari, as you walk up to that yellow force field, you can see that there are cell-like structures built into this room, and inside that cell with the yellow force field, there is a shadowy, smoky wraith currently trying to force its way out through the yellow force field at you and Cranbourne's shadow, but it doesn't seem to be able to touch the yellow force field with any kind of positive effect.
Let's make an agreement to not open that force field.
The wraith screamed at you.
Well, fuck you too then, and she moves on.
Wait, there's a wraith?
In the
Yeah, there's
yellow
a wraith.
cell.
Yellow levers, guys. Don't pull any yellow levers, please.
I need more voice cracks from you.
You also see a corpse slumped behind this desk here where my cursor is.
Is it a skeleton like it is on the screen, or is it?
It is very decayed, skeletal, wearing the remnants of what seems like the guard uniform on the statue.
Interesting.
What was that, Tom?
Can I look at the cause of death?
Heck yeah! Investigate or roll for it. Agnostic check, whatever your character would do to figure it out.
Medicine.
Heck yeah! So this one's definitely dead. Unlike the other body before, this one does not have blood or bone or heart or skin. Definitely dead. It does have bones. With that check, as you're checking over the body, you kind of move it forward, and there seems to be an open, hidden space in the back of this desk.
Hey, Ari, there's something in this desk.
Interesting. Let me take a look. And she'll move up.
Roll to see what you find in the secret cubby.
21.
Heck yeah. So with 21, you find two things. The first thing you find is seems like paperwork that has been somewhat preserved. It seems like the cubby or the back of this goes into a locked drawer on the front of the desk. And so you find paperwork.
I take out some cotton gloves first so that
Yeah.
I'm not putting the oil from my fingertips onto the paper.
Amazing. And it shows a processing sheet for a prisoner. It seems like a necromancer was brought here at some point in the future and was detained. It
Some
doesn't
point
seem...
in the future?
Sorry, at some point in the past. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. I'm like, ooh, what is this thing?
Excuse me. And the second thing you find is a small carving that has been kind of carved into the bottom of the drawer. You feel the carving with your fingers as you run your hand along the bottom of the desk, and then you kind of punch out the desk to, you know, or get bubber even if you feel like it, to pull the desk out from the front. And carved into the bottom of the drawer is a message that says "jump and run" with a zigzag pattern, just a single like kind of lightning bolt and a skull, kind of a crude skull on each corner of that zigzag. Does that make sense?
So, yeah, so you know how archers will have that guard on their arm to protect from the bowstring
Oh yeah, sure.
damaging their arm? I feel like Ari has one of those, except so it's like this thick leather, but it also is her notebook. So like she can unclasp it and open it up and it becomes her notebook. So
Heck yeah.
she's been opening it periodically to sketch out their path as a cartographer, and now she copies down exactly those instructions and the pattern that's on it.
Yeah. So it basically looks like this. Oh, you probably can't read
Nailed it.
backwards, but
So they're including the skulls.
yep, including the skulls. Jump and run. So that's what you find. Otherwise, you find 3 other blue gates that you haven't passed through. One of them is open. 2 of them are blocked by a blue force field.
Can we look for any other hidden secrets in this room before we
You've
proceed?
found them all.
Found them all? Okay, great. I guess we go through the open door then.
If you want, yeah.
She says to her party. I guess we go through the open door then.
So,
Open door.
Ari, looking through the gate, you see a dimly lit dead-end hallway. As you step through, you hear a muffled thud above you through the ceiling / wall. As you move closer to the end of the short hallway, you start smelling an electrical burning. And you feel the static
I'm not
of...
going to move towards the end of the hallway. As soon
Sure.
as I start to hear weird things, I stop and I do a perception check.
Absolutely. You also feel the
Does it look
buzz
like
of...
there are any hatches?
doesn't look
No.
like there are any hatches, but you can absolutely roll. You also feel the buzz of static electricity making your arm hairs stand up.
It's a 25 on perception.
25
Does
on
it look
perception.
like we're gonna get electrocuted if we go further?
There doesn't
this
seem to
hallway?
be any exposed electrical wiring or anything that is trapping you, but you see that there is one damaged safety light in the corner of the one of the ceilings of the room that is kind of giving off some electrical sparking.
Interesting.
Mm.
I'm a bit worried about that light over there that seems to be damaged. How should we approach this?
It's the left-hand side light as opposed to the right hand.
Yeah.
I mean, how broke looking at it, I can make is it me or is it? I can make somebody not get shocked as bad.
I also won't get shocked from it if it counts as a trap DM. I also
Look,
won't get shocked as
with
bad
that
by it.
perception check, you rolled high enough to realize that if you just step around it on the right-hand side, you can probably avoid it.
Everyone keeps the right-hand side as we move through the hallway. I say in my best
Stewardess
air
voice.
stewardess voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steward, I suppose, yeah. Needs to become
Yeah.
genderless. Okay, so, Liltari, as you move towards the end of the hallway, you see in the gloom, with your dark vision, you see another indentation, badge-like indentation, but instead of being badge-sized, it's about head-sized, just in the center of this wall.
So I guess we'll get Groth to stand in front of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Groth will take points and approach the door and hold up the badge.
Yeah. So as you approach the end of the hallway, the terminal activates with a holographic blue light. Excuse me.
Whoa.
You see it lights up with a blue badge-shaped wall holo display. It's almost like that indentation fills with blue light and then projects out of the wall the letters A /B, and below that it says like maybe A-B, and then below that it says activate/deactivate.
A/D?
A/B, excuse me.
Okay, and then it's beneath that it says activate or deactivate?
Activate/deactivate, yep.
And that's in and it's just kind of projecting those letters from the door.
Projecting those letters, yep. It's actually lucky that Liltari is next to you because it seems to be projecting the letters in like some sort of old Elvish, like magical.
Languages do I speak?
Actually, you're heavily magical, so this is basically the language of magic as you know it in this day and age.
Okay, so these are just like commonly used magical runes.
Commonly used magical runes now. Back then they were like old Elvish, and yeah, Ari is an expert in old Elvish. So like modern magical language is like a mixture of like Dragonborn, Elvish, Dwarvish, any ancient magical peoples helped create the Dictionary of Magic. So you can kind of get the gist. But
I know both.
having Ari there.
I know both Dwarvish and Abyssal, so I'd probably be
Amazing.
Somewhat familiar with it.
Yeah, heck yeah. But yeah, that's what you see. A/B, activate, deactivate.
He's gonna kind of run. Groth's gonna kind of run his hands like through the hologram.
Yeah, it
Like,
moves
like
through
very...
around your hand. You feel that static electricity like kind of vibrate up your arm as you move your hand through the holographic display.
Is this all new to Ari? Like she should have been like. So part of my archaeology thing is that once I enter a ruin or dungeon, you can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to roll for that now that you've spent a few minutes in this place,
I
try and
don't
take a shot.
need to roll.
Oh, you don't need to roll. Oh, it's your background
It's part
feature.
of my
Excuse me.
background. Yes.
Absolutely. I will happily honor that. Now that you've spent enough time in this space and you've seen kind of the languages that it's projecting, you do come to the conclusion that it is an old elvish built ruin, but you've never seen anything quite like this. The old elves used illusionary magic and warding magic in places, of course, but this seems like it's above and beyond anything you've seen before. Like the fact that they've lead lined the entire place. There are pockets of anti-magic that are still functioning eons after this place was first built. Goes to show how much time and effort they put into creating this place. And it seems like it was built to, especially with the cells you saw before, you could probably surmise that it was very much built to keep things of magical nature contained.
It seems to have been a prison of some sort.
A prison of some
But
sort,
this
indeed.
technology is unfamiliar to me. I've never seen anything like this.
It's like future ancient tech. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. But am I familiar with it? Is this something I've encountered before?
Nothing like this. You can see elements of things you recognize, you know, the way that the corners of the room, there's no seams, that they just like as if the metal was melted and then poured into position and then hardened. That's kind of how elves build things magically. But from what you've seen before, they've never built anything like this in the record books.
So could I do like some sort of history check just to ascertain maybe what this activation deactivation might be operating?
A history check wouldn't help you. Perhaps an Arcana would, but
that's
someone else then.
That's gonna be Groth's area of expertise.
Yeah, sure.
So Groth will go ahead and roll Arcana. I can't see anything that's going on because if I have Foundry up with Discord right now, it gets mad at me. So
no worries. We can
I
describe.
cannot see anything that's going on. So, but it seems to be behaving itself now that I've closed Foundry. That is going to be a 28.
28. Heck yes. So you see the line of arcane magic stretch from this console to the 4 doors, the 4 blue gates in the central room. And you surmise that if you flip this switch, they might activate and deactivate.
Okay, so there's lines of magic going from the terminal to the 4 doors.
To all 4 doors. All 4 doors. Yeah.
Okay, and do I see like switches that might, and I see switches that would activate or deactivate that.
There is one single switch that seems to be connected to all 4 doors at the same time.
Well, it's blue.
Before he does anything with that terminal, he is going to go up to the doors individually and see what he can surmise about these doors.
Yeah, on first glance, they seem to be exactly the same make and model as that red door you saw earlier, only blue. The ones that are closed have a blue force field in front of it, and in fact, that the southernmost door, as you approach that, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Perception check. I'm not great at those.
Yeah.
Can I make a perception check? I would have gone with him.
It's 4.
It's a 4. Let's just say no for this one. But next time we'll jump in and make sure it stands.
So you said perception, or I could roll something else. You said.
I was going to say whatever you feel like your character would, how your character would perceive the world.
He's going to be closely examining everything, so I could roll investigation.
If you choose to. Also, if you view the world through magical lenses, you could do an Arcana potentially. Yeah.
Well, I rolled Arcana for the terminal.
You did.
Maybe there is something magic. There's some magic bullshit going on with these doors too. So I'll roll Arcana.
Yeah.
Let's give me a 21. Or 22.
Heck yeah. So the blue force fields give off that same kind of feeling of anti-magic, but not as powerful. You surmise with that roll that past the door is magic good, just you can't pass magic through the door. Does that make sense? Like you can't misty
Okay,
step through the
so
door, but once you're
okay, so
past
there's,
it,
like-
you can misty step down the hallway.
Okay, so this is a much thinner anti-magic barrier.
Yep. Yep.
Whereas
Just a
before
barrier
that-
as opposed to a field.
Okay, so like before it would like that field could like fill a room, but this is just
Yep.
gonna cover a wall. Or
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. And
Okay,
yep.
he's gonna go back, and then, is that the case for all of the doors that are still closed?
All of the doors that are still closed, yes. And you also feel necrotic energy coming down this hallway from around the corner.
I can't see what's going on. So
That's
from-
fine.
is that from one of the
You
open
can't
ones?
see. Yep. So in the southernmost blue door, closest to the yellow force field, you feel a necrotic presence coming from down that hallway. You can see through the blue force field, of course, but you can't see very far past it.
And there's an anti-magic field in front of that door as well.
Yep.
What about the walls are lead, so I can't put magic stuff through that.
The walls are lead.
In that case, he's going to step back towards the terminal, and he says, "It seems the only way to proceed through any of these doors is to deactivate these fields. But there is danger lurking on the other sides of some of these fields. If I deactivate them, it will probably come for us."
It couldn't be worse than that wraith down there. I guess it could be.
Well, we have no other options. Let's do it.
Flip the switch.
Before he does it, Ari's gonna hide behind one of these things.
Okay,
Absolutely.
before Groth does anything, he is going to be casting Mage Armor on himself.
Sure, absolutely. Make sure you take off the spell slots and all of that.
Yep.
And yeah, so as you activate it, I'll give a chance for anyone to choose to step in or out of the
Everybody
hallway.
get in position. Groth is going to position himself by the terminal.
Great. Bubba?
I should be
Oh.
by someone. Bubba, you said you had an ability that would negate
Not here
damage
right
to
now.
people? He
Just,
walked away.
Yeah, just move
Well,
on.
he's moving.
Oh,
That's kind of type damage.
Okay, well then I guess I'll stick because you'll probably stick by Lil Tari since you guys are buddies.
No,
I'll stick
don't
by-
stick by Ari, please.
Oh, okay.
No. She's gonna be hiding so that she can get her sneak attack damage, and you guys are just
Oh,
gonna.
gotcha.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll stick by
Bubba-
Groth then.
Bubba's got an opinion. So Bubba's gonna be just staring at the Banshee, just like hammer out, just staring at the Banshee. Like if this thing comes out,
yeah.
I'm gonna be the first thing you look at.
It's staring right back at you, screaming at you. Yeah, absolutely.
I smile.
Groth, as you flip that switch, the doors change, and you are locked into that hallway.
I'm locked in the hallway?
Yep. So you are now locked in the hallway. You see.
Me too.
There it is.
so,
You
I
and Cramden are
deactivated
locked
the
in the
field.
hallway. Bubba and Lilith. The other two doors that were unlocked now lock, and the doors that were locked now unlock.
Although I would say that my shadow is probably still in the main room.
Great.
But I
You can
can't
swap
see through this
places with your
door, yeah?
shadow, right?
Say that again.
What'd you say, my shadow?
You can swap places with it, right?
I can, or I can just look through it if I wanted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So right now you see that the A and B on the console has switched around. So now it says B-A, activate/deactivate.
Okay. Do I see what's going on in like the main chamber?
Yeah, you would see that the door behind you is activated with a blue force field, and as you look through that blue force field, you see and Bubba and Ari. You all see 3 zombies in guard uniforms step into the chamber.
Fantastic. Is there a way to disable the dynamic lighting or whatever's going on here? Because I should be able to like peek over whatever's knocked over there, but I just can't see into the room right now because of the shadows.
Oh, you're standing behind a bookshelf, like a big
Oh, I
shelf.
wouldn't
So you
have.
wouldn't be
Okay,
able
I
to
would have
stand
like
behind,
gone
look
maybe
behind it.
right here then.
Absolutely, go wherever you want. Doesn't matter. These things have ranged weapons, and which they draw from their hips as they notice you for the first
Did
time.
you want me to roll a stealth check for my hide action because I hid
If
before
you
they
made
came
a
into the
hide
room?
action, you absolutely,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
great.
So Bubba, you see 3 zombos in guard uniforms. They, the first one spots you, and very haphazardly, it grabs for a weapon at its hip, kind of out of an instinctual, like, muscle memory reaction, and it goes to fire at you. This projectile weapon, it looks very Magitech gun-like, with a central rotating chamber that kind of flashes with red light as it, like when they pull the trigger, the central rotating chamber spins until it creates enough heat to generate out of the gun. Does that make sense?
Shit. Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It looked like
It's
it gonna
a
hurt.
laser revolver.
Yeah. Laser revolver,
Are we-
indeed.
Are we
Also, I
in
rolled
an initiative, or could I switch places with my? It's a
You
bonus
have-
action, but
You have always been within initiative, but now we are going into like a shrunken temporal perspective to go into like a combat. Yes.
right. Okay,
Also,
so I
I
should
rolled a
wait for my turn
32
to
to hide.
teleport.
Yeah, potentially. So let me.
Only guy there.
Yeah, Ari had
come out.
slipped her hood up and she rolled a 32.
I assume I
32
No
know
one
who
sees
you are.
her.
being, yeah, heck yeah. And in fact, Ari, you're first up in the list, so you get to go first. Why do you like to do?
So this is that desk that was knocked over, right? So she's hiding behind this desk.
Yep.
So I assume she can like stand up and like peek over it and shoot at something.
Yes, if you want to.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't see the tokens because of the dynamic lighting again.
No worries. Then it must be a
Yeah.
tall desk, and you won't be able to see over it unless you get up on it. If it's got that kind of dynamic lighting where you can't see through, you can't shoot through.
Okay, then I probably wouldn't have. See again, and then we're at the same problem where I probably wouldn't have hidden behind it because I
Just
would
go
have hidden
wherever you
behind.
want. Move
Yeah.
wherever you want it to be, and take
Um,
your action whatever you want to do.
Okay, I guess
Yeah.
I would have gone.
The flavor
Is
of
there
where you
some?
are
Is there
doesn't
okay?
really
So,
matter.
is there somewhere in the room where I can peek over something or peek around something and shoot at something?
You could
So if I
absolutely
stood
peek around
here,
that desk, just not through it.
okay. So I'm gonna pop out and shoot at the one that I can see then.
Heck yeah.
And because I have the skulker feat,
Mhm.
when I pop out and shoot at something, it doesn't reveal my position.
Amazing.
So, yeah. So
Can I get a second token for my guy, or is that weird?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Or I don't think I can place it. You'd have to put
Oh,
it down
right.
for me.
I knew that.
No worries.
Okay, so I rolled a 17 to hit.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
17 to hit.
Also, shouldn't I have advantage on that because of my...
You're an unseen attacker, so probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Sounds
so
I mean,
let
you
me
hit.
roll another D...
Oh.
Oh, I hit anyways?
You
Okay,
did,
well then
but
I'll
roll
just...
for crit.
True. Okay, I'll just roll so that my damage stays the same. I'll just roll in here. Should be a
worries.
1d20 plus. Also, for some reason, it's not...
In your D&D Beyond character sheet, there should be a way to just manually click a D20 and just roll that straight up.
Yeah, but I don't have the... So, oh, okay, so I rolled a... Oh, okay. That's okay, I'll just do it in,
No worries. If you have a
Why is
physical
there
dice
not
around,
a-
just roll that.
Are you trying
Okay,
to
so
do it
my
in
damage
Foundry?
is 29. Let me see if I... a 20 to hit
Yeah.
as well, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's
So,
a total of 29 damage to that thing, and then I am going to use my cunning action to... I don't know how that interacts with Skulker, because it doesn't reveal my position, if I can just, like, pop back in and hide again, or...
no, it's fine. We
Well,
know what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how it
Yeah.
actually works is that hide is an action you take, but you roll a stealth check when you might be detected.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so
so
you
I
shoot
pop
that
back in.
creature and it drops to the floor like a bag of bones.
Fantastic.
And
So if you have Skulker and shooting doesn't reveal your position, you're still hidden.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, great.
and yeah, the other two don't know where that came from because they don't have brains. So, it is now Bubba's turn.
Sorry, I'm
Alright,
just going to
so
the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
No worries, take your time.
5, 10.
So the first one drops to the floor. The other two go to step over it like they don't give a shit.
Are they still where they are?
Yep.
Because Bubba's gonna try to
Mechanically
get.
speaking.
Mechanically speaking, as Bubba approaches them, I'm gonna Great Weapons Master, so it's -5. Swing for the hilt of the guy directly in front of the door.
Heck yeah.
So, 14.
14
To hit? Yeah.
That was a 19
that
hit.
does. Oh.
Great Weapons Master, it's -5.
Oh, -5. The 14
Yeah.
still gets it. Yeah. These things, the armor on them has been worn away so much that that they're pretty easy to hit. Even if you weren't a big old strong crocodile with a giant fucking Tree of Life club, which you are. So, that one also drops very easily. These things don't seem to have a stack of hit points and seem to go down very easily. More of a nuisance than anything at your level.
I'm just going to keep the momentum going and try to carry it with the same Great Weapons Master into the next one.
Heck yeah, go for it. Roll your second attack. Heck yeah, that hits as well. And so you see between Ari and Bubba, all three of these creatures go down and seem to just be a collapsed collection of bone and dried sinewy flesh.
Cool. Like all
And now
the
the
does anything else happen as a result of me pulling that switch?
nothing else happens as a result of you pulling that switch, Bubba. There is now an open hallway in front of you, and a collection of corpses around you.
Kind of poke one with the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, things are dead! I don't know if they can hear me, but Bubba yells it.
Yeah, you can hear through the force field.
Excellent. Yeah, Groth just like just kind of acknowledges you. Excellent. He'll just like move towards. So you said that there was an anti-magic field that came up right behind us as I flipped that terminal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the end of your hallway now. Yep.
Like between us and everybody else that's in that chamber.
Between you and everyone else. That's right.
Right.
Okay. So with then, is there anything else that is in there that could be of danger?
If there's anything else in
Not as
here,
far as
ain't
you can tell.
touching me yet.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you just said.
Not as far as you can tell. You good? We can move on.
Okay, Groth is gonna like flip the switch again and let them through the anti-magic field.
Yeah. So as you flip the switch, the hallways open up, and the other ones lock. And as they lock, Bubba, as you step away from this pile of corpses, one of the corpses' hands grabs your ankle as the three of them kind of reconstitute themselves very slowly, to the point where all of you could, like, kick them down again, and you'd be fine, but you can see that these corpses will continue to rise up.
I don't know if anybody's ever done this before, but you ever drop a pot on the ground, and then you're like, I wonder. All you hear is wham, 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 wham. And the second that touches me, whatever one grabbed me, I'm turning to powder almost. I know what will reconstitute, but Bubba is just slamming this thing so it takes longer.
You absolutely can take your time to slam one into powder. You do see, interestingly, that the dust and the gunk of it does start to kind of slime up. It doesn't pick up the armor and equipment of the creature that it once was, but you can see that whatever is making up the body of this undead thing is kind of still alive. But now that it's a goo, it can't really hurt you. The other two get a chance, though, to stand up while you're attacking one of them, to potentially take a shot at you. Cramden, it is your go, so you could potentially take a shot at these things before they get an attack.
So flipping the switch was my action.
Flipping the switches, well, that kind of happened outside of a combat scenario, but Cramden didn't get a go. Oh, neither did Groth, actually.
Well, neither did I.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So Groth and Cramden, you both have a chance now, but only Cramden is really aware of what's going on, I would say.
Really?
Well, in that moment...
Well, because my shadow is outside.
You would hear the bang, bang, bang of Bubba. You absolutely flip the switch and you see the force field behind you disappear, but there is a desk and a couple people in between you and these creatures.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so the magic door that came up between us, locking us in, is gone now because he switched it back, correct?
Yeah, so your real body can make its way out.
Cool. Instead of my real body doing anything, I will just like turn to Groth and just kind of salute him, snap my fingers, and switch places. My former body turns to shadow, and my shadow turns green to me, and I'm now in the room with you guys. And I guess I walk up. All of them are still, or he defeated one?
So the one with the skull attached to it is the goo. The other two are reconstituting themselves right now and can potentially take another shot at you when their turn comes around.
Gotcha. Okay. Not close enough to get to them, so I'll just run in next to Bubba and just kind of like get. Let me see. Can I? No, that's it. I just run up just to be helpful if I need to be.
Heck yeah. To give him the help action? Is that what
Not
you need?
necessarily, but I have a negate damage thing as well that I could
Cool.
share with him if it came up.
So no actions, no bonus actions, just hanging out.
Well, my bonus action was to switch, and I lost 15
Gotcha.
feet for that, and so I moved my
Gotcha.
15 feet forward.
Heck
And
yeah.
I don't. Let me just double check. I don't think I have an action that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I forgot I had a crossbow. Shoot. So
Yeah.
I shoot at the further guy. My crossbow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you have 2 attacks per turn?
Yeah. Well, I thought they were all melee, but no. Okay, so 16 for
It's a
4
hit.
piercing damage.
Yeah, that hits. So you managed to hit one of them, and whichever one you hit goes down.
Okay, the one directly east of me, in front of the doorway.
Directly east of you, in front of the door. Amazing. So it slumps back as it's kind of pulling itself up. It now slumps back down against the door, arrow sticking out of it, or bolt sticking out of it.
Question. Why exactly am I not aware of what's going on? I did hear Bubba slamming against the floor.
Mechanically, it doesn't really matter. You can absolutely be aware of what's going on.
Okay, because I'd like to take a turn if I have one.
Yeah, absolutely. So what were we doing? We switched the thing. Those things came back.
Switch, then
That's
came
right.
back.
So the switch was an action. Excuse me, you asked me that
Okay,
before, but I wasn't
you said
paying
it wasn't,
attention.
so...
Yeah, my apologies.
So if that's an action, then
I
it's fine,
misspoke.
and I'm good staying in here.
Yeah. Fuck. What am I talking about? It's not an action. It's an object interaction because you're interacting with an object. So you would have your action, and you should absolutely be able to take it. Absolutely.
Okay. He'll step out of the hallway, just kind of calmly, and he'll see that another one's reconstituting. He's gonna see that one standing up, and he's gonna cast Chill Touch on it.
Heck yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Does it have to roll a save?
No, I need to roll to hit.
Great.
It's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Oh, 22, wow. It hits it, and you see it does not come back up for at least one round.
Okay. And it does 5 points of necrotic damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's also I believe it's also an undead, so it will have disadvantage on its next attack.
Amazing. Heck yeah. So it's the one next to Bubba. So, cool.
Wait. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn. So it just...
No worries,
it hit
against
me with
you
disadvantage
specifically.
if it tries to.
No worries. Back at the top of the round, Ari, you are in this space. There are these zombies that are popping up and down, and at least there was an open hallway before, but now it is closed again.
Ari's gonna pop out. Is the one that I can see still standing?
No, it is currently down.
Okay.
And doesn't seem to be moving again. This seemed much like the goo one. This seems to be not troubling you guys anymore. But you can see the one that Crandon shot does seem to have movement left in it. You also, at the top of the round, actually that'll be an environmental action, which you guys are above. So, Ari, yeah, you're good to go.
Okay, I can't see anyone. 10. I can move this. Okay, so this one that's near the door. Okay, I'm gonna shoot at that one.
I duck.
You duck. I can shoot over you easily.
Well, I can't see him, and you're just like, no!
So, as far
And my
as
hair is just like waving around, even though there's no wind.
As far as you're aware right now, this creature is effectively incapacitated. So if you go to shoot it again, you'd just be making it more incapacitated. So unless there's
none of them are
absolutely
moving
do
then?
that. only one of them seems to be active. One of them is goo. One of them has been hit with a chill touch, which will make them not rise again for one more round. And the third one is in the middle of rising, but right now, mechanically, is considered incapacitated.
Okay, well, I'm going to shoot at the one that's in the middle of rising then.
Mm-hmm.
And Cramden just crosses his fingers.
There we go.
You got this.
So a 20 to hit and 24 damage.
Yeah, so as it starts to rise up with Cranden's bolt in its flesh, it slumps back against that wall. However, you do see after a few seconds it continues to rise.
Okay, we need to burn these. Does anybody have fire? Anybody?
And that was a doctor, but he's not around.
Anybody?
That one doctor I don't met, he was real good fire. Like the fire.
So for that one that Bubba crushed to powder, you said it's turned into a goo. Would you say that it would count as a liquid?
Doctor's open to that.
I love that kind of question.
I would say that these corpses are mostly mummified, so there would be very little actual moisture in it.
Okay.
It just seems liquid-esque.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
It's just kind of.
The granules are small enough that it seems to be able to flow like liquid.
Okay. Okay,
Can I-
fair enough. I was gonna try and cast Frost Fingers to freeze it in place, but never mind, it's fine. It's fine. I have Chromatic Orb, but
Don't worry, we got an effective solution. Smash!
Yeah, you can absolutely take the time to absolutely deconstruct these things so they do not come back up. Yeah, and I mean, you could just Groth could cast Chill Toucher while you're doing that to keep them down.
he'll go ahead and do that. He'll cast Chill Touch on it again, and I have a +10 to hit with my spell attacks.
Yeah. These things are so easy at this point that, you know, they have ceased to be an obstacle for you.
Okay, cool. So we'll crush all of them up, cast Chill Touch on them. They're not gonna be following us through anywhere. They're effectively inert.
That's right.
Is there a laser revolver on the floor I can pick up?
Absolutely, there's a laser revolver on the floor. Roll a d6. And
Okay.
Goody.
halve it.
Oh, so you're doing it like D3.
Yeah,
Let's
essentially.
do it here. 6. Oh, and then have it. 3.
3, heck yeah. So it has, it seems to be a little bit banged up. In fact, it has a 3 out of 5 rating if you want to write that down.
Okay. I just spin the barrel and then hold it to my head. I'm just kidding, guys.
Should we get
So-
your Echo to flip the switch again so that we can proceed, or?
If you all gather
Yeah,
into the
I
can
hallway,
do that.
if you all gather into the hallway, we can just activate it again.
Yeah,
Well, if we
Well-
we'd be trapped in there. The
Yeah, no,
idea
we
is
get
we
his
leave my
echo to do
shadow
it.
I
up
thought there was
there.
a
My
door, I thought
echo
there
will
was a
flip
door
it.
on the other side.
It gets shut when you flip the switch.
But
Which hallway are you talking about, Groth?
the one with
I
the
think
terminal,
there's
right?
the one with the terminal is blocked. So
Oh,
if you
okay. I thought
go
I
in
thought
there,
there was like a door beyond the terminal. My
nope.
bad.
It ends in a hallway. It ends in a dead end. Excuse me. Yeah. So you would all be trapped in there if you were to flip the switch while.
And then another thing, his echo would be trapped in there, and then it couldn't get out without like being.
You could
released.
demanifest
So-
it.
Well,
Yeah, that's all good.
Well,
I'm not
but
worried about
But
that.
then it expends a use. But then it expends a use of it.
So,
I don't have limited uses of it.
No,
Really?
it's
I
just
thought
a
you did.
bonus action.
No,
No.
it's like
Uh,
summoning a familiar from a pocket dimension, essentially.
Yeah.
I thought
My
there
little
was like a
familiar
limited
body.
amount of times you could manifest it, but
No.
Nope.
It's the core mechanic of the subclass, so
Yeah.
he specifically
yeah, I
made
know
it to
that. But
activate every bonus action as you need it. Yeah.
okey-dokey.
Cool. So, yeah. You guys are in the
Get
space.
out
So,
of here, then.
so
Get out of there.
who wants to go down the hallway and activate the switch?
Well, my Echo is still down there, and he's trying to urge Groth back out the door. He's just get him. Come on.
Yeah, he'll up. You don't need to prod me. I can walk on my own.
Pat you on the butt.
If you actually do that, he'll
Hi,
smack
Tom's
you.
girlfriend.
you can smack him.
So Groth, as you move away from the terminal, it deactivates.
As I move away from the terminal,
Uh-huh.
What does that
And,
mean? Like the hologram goes away?
That's right. The hologram goes away, and nobody else
oh right, I have the
who
badge.
walked. That's right. Nobody else who walks up to it. It does not activate for anyone else. Only Groth.
Okay.
We can get through, but
We got
badge-
Cramden to attune to it, and then would Cramden's shadow have like a shadow version of it that it could like hold up?
That's a good question.
We should test that out.
In that case, actually, Groth's gonna do something. I'll do you one better. Groth's gonna step back towards the terminal.
Yep, it lights up.
He'll let it reactivate.
Yep.
And then he's going to cast a Mage Hand.
Oh, yeah. So you cast Mage Hand, hold the badge close to it. It still, or you have the badge close to it. You cast Mage Hand. You could actually activate it with Mage Hand. Yes.
We
but
won't have the.
And then we'll be able to walk through the doors, and then I'll just bring the badge back.
Unfortunately, you
How,
can't
though?
hold the badge with the Mage Hand and activate the terminal with the
Because
Mage
you're not
Hand
attuned,
at the same
probably.
time. You could absolutely
Wait,
be
so-
attuned to it, so your magic would work through it, but you would be holding the badge with the Mage Hand, and then you don't have a
what if I
second
hold the
Mage
switch
Hand to
then?
activate
What if I hold the
switch.
switch with the Mage Hand then?
If you hold the
Well,
switch with the
Cramden
Mage
can do
Hand,
it.
the
We have
hologram-
two things that do the same thing, so
That's right. The hologram goes away as soon as you move away from it, so the Mage Hand is useless.
Okay.
So you do
we
the
could
mage
put-
hand, and I'll let my little buddy flip the switch, and we'll be set.
So I
That
hold
sounds like a plan.
mage. So I hold the badge. I hold the badge there with the Mage Hand. Then we walk towards
Wait.
the door.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small flaw that I see with this, and I don't want to like. But how are you going to get the badge back once the door closes? Your hand can't go through it,
Good question.
I think we
which is
won't
why I
be
thought
able
we were gonna
it.
get. We won't, and then we won't be able to do anything else in this dungeon. So
Well,
why don't
we'll be
we-
able to go through the other hallways?
yeah, but what if we encounter another one of these doors that we need the badge for again? Because this seems to be a recurring theme. So why don't we
Yeah.
try? You can have it back after Groth, but why don't we try letting Cramden attune to this and see if it will work through his shadow before we risk the badge?
Very
Does that
well.
make sense?
Didn't you already switch?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
no.
Oh, I see what you're
Real quick,
saying. If
you
I attune
already
to,
did that
Sorry,
once.
you guys.
You already did
What?
that once. You literally,
What?
Groth flipped the switch. You were with Groth.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You were in that room. You then
Right.
switched to the room we were in.
Mhm.
You've already done that switcheroo, not through your shadow, but through you. If you attune to it,
Oh,
walk up to the
true.
switch, flip the switch, go,
Yes.
whoop, and
That's
you
right.
switch
Yeah.
back, and it's still in your position.
And
Unlike
then I
how
should
Yeah.
have it because I teleport. Right.
That's right. Unlike how I
Yeah.
described before, past the red gate, you seem to be able to use your ability through the blue gate.
Great.
Oh,
So that's what we're
okay.
gonna need.
Well,
to
I
do
didn't think
then.
I was going to be able to. Well, okay, no,
Okay.
cool. Sweet. All right. Well, is that the plan then? Give me
It'll
that.
work.
I think so.
Hello,
Nice
me.
spot,
I'm
Bubba.
the brain.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying the same thing.
Oh, well, it doesn't help that I can't see anything on the map. So
No
Yeah.
worries. So,
I'm sorry you
That's all
have
good.
cataracts. I can't fix the cataracts in your eyes.
so you're switching up the gates.
what?
You're switching the gates.
Yeah. So I guess we made sure that Groth can get out of the room. I am in the room
With the badge
And
that you've attuned
his
the
to.
ammo
bad.
comes with us.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah.
So
And then I go-
Crandon is now attuned to the blue
He
badge
switches places.
in the thing, activates the badge, or activates the terminal, switches the gates, and now you are in this hallway, trapped and alone, while your friends are in the larger room, safe and secure with your shadow. As the blue force field goes over that first door you came through with that small set of steps, you notice a shambling body of your rival, Dilbert, has now reanimated and is now kind of against the blue force field barrier, trying to get in to the room. They seem to be unarmed. So now you have a zombie on the other side of the room at the door, but it's outside and you guys are safe.
Okay. Then we go into one of the other doors that's opened as a result of deactivating the
Yep.
thing now.
So there's a north hallway and an east hallway.
Can I walk up to the barrier with Dilbert smashing at the
Absolutely.
it's like transparent, right? It's like
Yep.
a blue shield.
Transparent. Blue shield.
Hey, Roth. Do it, magic. You seen all Silas's spells, right?
I have.
What does this? This ain't natural. This is wrong.
What is it?
Mm-hmm. It's the
Undead Dilbert.
it's the zombie Dilbert, and he's got like those black veins are now like full up in his like flesh, and you can see his eyes are like drooping with like black ichor.
It just seems like a typical zombie, doesn't it?
What causes it?
Zombie we know.
I'm wondering if you know what causes something like that. Do I know something that causes anything like that? That sound
Something
You
like
could
this
roll
be
for it.
accomplished with any kind of necromancy, as far as I know. But Groth will step up to the field and take a closer look and roll Arcana.
Roll Arcana, and I'll say that you guys are now aware that a necromancer seems to have been brought into this prison.
That was the
I
last.
could
That
have
was the
gathered that
paperwork
from
we
the
found.
skeletons that tried to attack us. So
Well, the paperwork we found, the administration paperwork we found, was the administration of a necromancer into this, what we've now discovered is a prison.
Yeah, and it was like
He did
top of the
such-
pile kind of thing. Yeah.
So Bubba's thought process, like in his lizard brain, was,
hey, drop the magic. There's a magic guy in here last, and he raised the dead all the time. And this is what happened. They raised the dead. I bet Groff know what happened.
can I give him the help action?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and roll 2 Arcana checks. You go.
Sorry, what are you trying to
Natural 20
figure
in
out?
mind.
Oh, amazing. What exactly?
Just what kind? Like, I suppose I'm trying to get the specifics on the kind of necromancy at work here.
Yeah, it is absolutely necromancy. It absolutely feels like Raise Dead, the Raise Dead spell, but it doesn't seem to be an active thing. It seems to be a passive thing based on whatever has affected these creatures. I think Tom said it before, cursed. These creatures are cursed with necrotic energy, not just poisoned or afflicted.
It seems whatever has afflicted these poor souls who came in here, they were cursed by something in here and now are doomed to the tasks that the facility requires.
Well,
Folks, there seems to be another
guys?
undead up here.
I was about to say, you seen this?
Yep.
Hmm?
I'm not
Oh.
seeing jack shit, so what do I see?
Oh, you're walking up. Excuse
Well, you're
me.
looking at the door for now, but yeah.
Well, I was looking at dead ass Dilbert over there. But if there's something else, I'll come and inspect it.
Yeah. So,
That's fine. Let me.
Ari, as you look up that north hallway, you see a staircase heading up past some dimly lit safety lights, and you can see roughly where that muffled noise came from before. You see a guard, zombie guard, this time carrying a melee weapon, a baton.
Do I get surprise on it if I shoot at it right now?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be actively pursuing you from where you are.
Okay. 27 to hit and 30 damage.
Yeah, you're 50 feet away, so easy. Doesn't spot you. What was the damage? Excuse me?
30.
30. Heck yeah. So you are able to see the head and shoulders of this guard. You take the shot. Amazing. It slumps to the ground. However, as you hear it slumping to the ground with its kind of heavy armor on, you hear the movement of at least one other creature in that space up there. Beginning
There's one
to move.
more up there.
Yeah.
And Ari's gonna back and hide behind here. Now that she started shit.
Why you're leaving me here? Yeah, I got this. I'm good. I just ruffle my leather jacket and just I'm ready.
Do all of us hear that?
Put my hair down.
Well,
I just told you that there's another one up there.
yeah, absolutely.
Groth sighs.
These things, though, are like at this point, you guys realize that they are they have an AC of around 13, and they have around 1 hit point. So they, even though they can attack you and definitely do damage on you, they aren't necessarily too much of a hassle.
Fragile.
Yeah, you could easily move around them. They seem pretty slow as well with the 20 feet movement speed. So don't be too frightened by them. But you do see 2 melee creatures at the top of the stairs, now coming down towards the rest of you in the main room. You have a chance to potentially switch the locks if you wanted to.
Why? We can just kill them.
Absolutely.
Get them. So you did say that I could teleport through the blue ones.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Cool. So do we assume I already did that?
Deactivate the terminal if you do so, but yes.
It would
Yeah,
deactivate
but
the
that's-
terminal, but it wouldn't necessarily
Oh.
switch the
Oh
doors.
shit! Hang on.
What?
Oh, I guess as long as I leave my shadow in there, it'll be fine.
Yeah. If you
Okay.
choose to reactivate your shadow again, you would still have the badge on you, but you would have to figure out another way into the locked hallway.
Okay. Well, I'll leave them in there for now, just so that we don't lose access. We don't glitch our way into locking ourselves in here.
Heck yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm at the end of the
Soft lock
initiative
ourselves,
stuff.
That would suck.
Yeah.
So, so you could head north up those stairs or east down the hallway. There are enemies coming from the north, but not the east. You dealt with them.
Does
I just
anything
pull out
happen?
my
If
Warhammer.
you want my opinion, more creatures means things to guard. These things
Exactly.
Well-
these things seem to be easy enough to dispatch. Perhaps we should.
I mean,
perhaps
both
we should see what
pathways
it is we are
had-
guarding.
I mean, both pathways had creatures coming out of them, but yes.
No, only one of them did.
No.
Nope.
Oh, we defeated the
Both of
first
them did.
round. Yeah.
We defeated
okay.
the first round. They came out of the east passageway.
My bad. I thought that was the north one.
No.
Them cataracts, they're getting to you.
Yep.
She's just talking about 2 separate times, but still, yeah. Both doors had stuff behind them.
Thing is, if
Mhm.
Well, let's get
It's
them.
gonna get mad at me
Yeah.
and crash Discord over and over, and I hate that.
I guess I'll. Are we in
Yeah,
initiative? I've already taken an
combat.
action of.
You guys, there's 4 of you and 2 of them, and easily between the 4 of you, you're able to take these guards out before they come down. However, you do see them start to stand back up. Given enough time after you dispatch them.
The
So she'll
original
step
ones?
on their-
Not the original. The original are goo right now. But these ones are standing and holding batons.
So as they lay back down, like as we shoot at them and hit them and stuff, as they lay back down, I'll like step on their skulls on the way past to prevent them from getting back up again for a little bit.
Stepping on their skulls won't change the time
No,
frame
like
of
just
these
like
things,
to
but
kill them,
absolutely keeps
again,
them
and
down.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, looking up this dimly lit staircase, you can see shelving haphazardly barricading the other side of a broken red gate, littering the stairs. It could be the bile that rises in your throat, the smell of festering rot, or the strange muted slopping sounds that tell you that this is a bad idea. But it's the negative pressure pushing on your very being that causes you to truly hesitate as you rise up this staircase.
I just accidentally poked around the corner a little bit.
All good, all good. And you absolutely would. You would absolutely see the monstrosity of black ooze and flesh that is filling the back corner of this room. I originally wrote my description down as a necrotic centaur ooze. It's almost like
ooze?
Yeah, it's almost like there's a lump of necrotic ooze that is like tentacling out towards you, and then in the center of that ooze there's like the half torso of a dead body kind of floating in this ooze, kind of being
I see. Like instead of a horse, it's an ooze.
Yeah, instead of a horse, it's an ooze, and instead of a half person, it's a zombie who are being weakened at burning.
I see gelatinous cubes portrayed in this way.
So you guys see that creature in the back corner of the room. It seems to be whipping out with its long, kind of oily tentacles out in your general direction, seemingly aware of your presence.
That's a nope. That is 100% nope.
Yeah, no, thank you.
You guys don't want to do it? All right.
Is it stuck to the wall, or is it coming towards us?
It's stuck. It seems to be stuck to the floor, walls, and ceiling of that back corner.
Groth is.
There's another way to go.
How far is it? How far away is it from us?
From you guys, about 15, 20 feet now.
Okay. Groth is going to poke it with mage hands.
Yeah. So you poke it with mage hand, and it quivers with rage. It feels like something is on it, like instinctually, like think of the instincts of a Venus flytrap. Where something has landed on it, given it pressure, and it's kind of snapped at whatever that thing was, but it comes away with nothing.
That's fine. He just wanted to poke at it, see what it
absolutely
did.
Yeah, and it definitely it doesn't move anywhere out of that corner. It seems to have a movement speed of 0.
Okay. Can I make any kind of check to determine what this thing is?
Yeah. As opposed to an undead necrotic slime entity, go for it. Let's see what else you can figure out.
I'll roll an Arcana check to see if I understand the nature of this thing's origin, where this thing might have came
absolutely.
from,
see what kind of clues you can get.
21.
Heck yeah. So the relevant information, I would say that the information that is most relevant to you guys right now would be the fact that this thing isn't going to die through mundane means. Much like the necrotic, much like the zombies below you that are still rising up and you have to kind of take care of every few seconds, this thing also cannot be killed by mundane means.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can see that door that's hiding behind it?
Which door? There just seems to be a wall there.
Oh, I see a door icon.
I don't know what
on
you're
the
talking
screen. Okay, can I... Well, it just so happens that one of Ari's flaws that I chose before a game is that she never leaves a room without checking for hidden doors, so she's
Amazing.
gonna do it anyway.
Sure. Most of that wall is covered in black slime right now. So if you want to investigate it further, you might have to clear some of that slime away.
Even with the 28?
Even with the 28.
Okay.
Literally, like, you're looking through oil to see outside a window. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible.
So
Okay.
this ooze stuff seems to be centralized in that one spot, right?
Yes.
If I were to roll an attack, would I have advantage, or would it just be a straight roll?
You wouldn't necessarily have advantage unless someone gives you the help action or a skill gives it to you. Not moving does not equal incapacitated.
Okay. So what he's gonna do? I have a plus 10 to hit. I'm not terribly worried about this. He is going to take that large iron rod that he has in his hand.
Excuse me, as you're doing that, Ari, you stepped forward into 15 feet of its range. So as Groth, you do what you do, it's going to take an attack at Lilith, at Lil Tari.
Okay.
So you roll what you want to roll, describe what you want to describe, and then I'll let you know if it hits.
Actually, instead of what I was going to do, I am going to actually tell Liltari to actually stay back before she does anything.
Okay, in that case, Ari, take a saving throw instead of taking the attack. Make a saving throw.
What kind of
what
saving
kind of
throw?
saving throw?
Dexterity?
Saving throw agnostic, whatever you feel would be
I feel
plausible
like
to the
she'd move
situation
to jump out of the way.
Yeah.
Dex?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I rolled like shit. Okay.
Absolutely.
12.
Yeah, that doesn't do it. So you feel a moist, cold
Moist. You had to say
thing.
moist.
I
Eh?
did, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely
did.
wrap around you and not feel great. As you are now
Grappled?
grappled. Yeah, excuse me. I need to get the details. The
Grappled
warden.
speed-
So, Pseudopod, the target is grappled and pulled 15 feet towards the warden. So you are now all up in its grill.
I love that so
Yeah,
much.
you're like being consumed by it right now.
Is he like taking damage, or what's going on?
So you take
Do
10,
okay.
you take 10 necrotic damage, and also any mundane weapons or armor you have get a -1. Magical not affected, but any mundane weapons or armor -1.
-1 what?
To across
to
the
hit.
board. To hit
Oh,
and
okay.
damage for weapons, and AC to armor.
Okay. I don't get
Would there
some
be
kind
no
of,
way
like...
to opportunity attack, grab her, and grapple her to hold her back?
You
Probably
can't
not.
take opportunity attacks on creatures that are forcefully moved. So since she was pulled away from you,
That's
you
true,
do
it's
not
not her
get
movement.
That's right.
That's true. Just trying to say.
All good.
So Groth,
You'll have a chance.
you really messed this up for Groth, because he was actually going to do something that could have gotten rid of it easily. But
Sorry?
That's teamwork.
What is
Okay, that was kind of Sorry, I just wanted that came across kind of
Sorry.
a little off, and I realize you don't always realize that, but it did.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But Groth just kind of looks at it frustrated. What are her options at this point to try and get out of that?
Good question.
Unless-
What are any of your options to get out of danger? Pretty much anything on your character sheet, you can, if you're willing to sacrifice it, you can sacrifice it.
No. Let's see.
You know what, as...
You're the one suck a dick and you go.
Oh boy, I'm trying to figure out what I can do to get you out of there. I don't think I have anything that can get you out of there without also damaging you.
Well, I mean, do it.
The creature is large enough that you could aim
strong.
for it and not necessarily hit Ari.
Not in this case, because this is an area of effect, and it would
Oh,
actually catch her.
then
and
it would
attack her.
actively get her. Yep, for sure.
Okay.
She's been in worse, man. Just do it.
When in doubt, the man with magic armor and a magic hammer.
Okay.
Cramden, you're up next.
Yeah.
Did Bubba do anything?
It doesn't matter. Ari
Okay.
got affected in like a reactionary way, and Groth was acting. So I'm just going off that,
I
and
was
Cramden's
going to
next,
act,
and
but
then.
then she moved in, and
Yep.
now I should.
That's fine. You can pass
Okay.
if you want. Cramden can go. Pass is a perfectly appropriate action you can take.
Yeah, I guess I just run in at the thing. Hey, get off her, man. That is not cool. I run up. He's all black and tendrily. Oh no, I bet I run up next to it and I pull out my warhammer and I just swing at this thing.
Heck yeah! So go take a swing and also take 4 damage.
I'd love to.
Oh,
I hit the wrong thing. Hang on, I hit crossbow
worries.
instead of warhammer.
Heck
15.
yeah. So warhammer to hit.
One-handed.
15. This thing. This thing. You're able to hit it. Any non-magical weapon made of wood or metal that hits the wood and corrodes. You didn't hit anything because it was a ranged weapon? Oh no, it was a warhammer.
No, it was.
So,
It was. That was.
yeah,
So I take.
your warhammer, is it magical or mundane?
Nope, it's just mundane.
Mundane, then you
Even
get
though-
a -1 penalty to it.
I was just trying to save my friend, even though my necklace is like lighting up, telling me that's a bad idea. But I don't care.
Absolutely. So you do manage to do damage to it, but it doesn't seem to be very vulnerable to mundane weaponry.
Can I try to push my way out of it?
Yeah, you can escape the grapple with an action. Yeah.
Yeah, can I do that?
Any kind
Not
of
yet.
check or anything?
Just give me a second. So, you took the -1 to your warhammer. There's nothing else with that reaction. Cramden, are you done with your turn?
Let's just double check. I don't have.
I think
a
you have
bonus
another
here.
attack. You could also summon your
Oh yeah, I have 2 attacks.
shadow.
Well, but then we would lose. No, I guess if I can teleport through it, I could manifest it in that hallway again. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna assume so. Okay. I have something else I want to look at. Is that magical?
Guys, watermelon is such a good snack for D&D. I get so pumped.
Watermelon?
It sounds like it would be, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, like cut it up into cubes and just put it on a plate
Yeah.
next to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how would that be ruled? If I attacked it through my echo, would that affect my official weapon? Probably not.
I don't think so. I think when you attack with your echo, it uses the stats of your original creature.
Okay, well then, yeah, then for sure. I use my bonus action to swap places again. I become my echo, and then me alone back in the room, I'm just swinging into nothing with my warhammer, but my echo imitates it and comes down on this blob.
And are you going to use a, I think it's a manifest echo or something, attack? So you're doing like your second attack with your echo and then a bonus action attack with your echo?
I just have 2 attacks. I have extra
Alright.
attack.
Never
anyway.
mind. Sorry, I thought it was a feature. Excuse me.
No, well, there is
Something you
one.
do,
I
like-
don't. I'm just not using that right now. I think I have
Right.
one of those.
Absolutely. Then just do whatever you mechanically do.
So yeah, my
you know
echo
what you-
swings, although it's a 10.
If I'm not
The
mistaken, it's a
10.
black ooze, so.
Yep.
The 10 does hit. It
Okay.
is a stationary creature that doesn't seem to have any effective armor on it.
Oozes has garbage AC.
Oozes have garbage AC, that is right.
11 damage.
Okay, so that's your turn.
Yep.
Alright, Ari, and then Bubba up next.
Okay, I'm gonna try to remove myself.
Great, roll for it.
Okay. Nat 1.
Nat 1, yeah, this thing seems to be holding you tightly in place. You can feel it try to look for your orifices. Excuse me for making it even grosser. But it
This
seems to be
suddenly
sliding
turned into
your
some
mouth.
weird
Yeah, it's
Japanese
a little,
porn
it's
and
a little anime pornish. But once you guys have killed this thing, it'll be gone. Okay, Baba. Oh, sorry. Anything as a bonus action, Ari? Excuse me.
If you have Misty Step or anything similar, I would
I
recommend
do
you use it.
not.
Rough.
I don't.
Okay.
I am a straight rogue.
Bubba, you can see the bodies of the guards around you almost completely rejuvenated, but your friend is being consumed by black ichor.
Something I forgot, and I apologize. Oh.
If you do an AoE that has a dex save,
This is a con save.
Okay, never mind, because I can use evasion on that and not take.
No, this is a con save. It's not going to work.
Okay.
If you guys were within 10 feet of me, and this sucks that I realize this now that after you got pulled in, you get a +3 just for being 10 feet away from me.
Oh,
I forgot about that. Paladin. Never been a paladin before. First time paladin.
all good. We'll figure it out as we
Anyway,
go along.
I will repent for that by literally walking straight up to this thing, and I'm going to use Great Weapon Master, and I'm going to smite it.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop a
Heck yeah.
level 1 smite to just attempt to...
Well, since it's your first time being a paladin, I'll give you a tip. You don't need to call the smite out until you know you've hit. Because smiting is...
Okay.
Sorry, go.
That is the case for the Paladin's Divine Smite.
Oh.
But for Smite spells, that is...
Smite
No, I'm not
spells.
using a smite spell.
Is usually a bonus action, actually. Yeah, you're
I
right.
don't have any.
Thank you.
I don't have any of the smite spells, but I'm just using normal fucking smite.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But,
For Divine
okay,
Smite, you
so
can
if I
activate
hit, my
it
bad.
on hit. Yeah, on a Divine Smite, you can activate it on hit, but for things like Searing Smite or Wrathful Smite, you have to call those out beforehand.
Yeah, heck
Gotcha.
yeah.
And this would be
Great.
with -5.
With your
So
minus
soft
5.
Yeah,
Soft
minus
20 absolutely hits it with a 10 AC. So roll that big boy damage.
So there's this, and then +10 on this, and then...
So what does it look like as you pour your energy into your weapon?
It starts glowing like very you know that you ever see Moana, you know, like that green, that like vibrant green.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of that, like wraps around the staff and it courses up through the branch and just Bubba comes slamming down, like upper, like straight down.
Heck yeah. It seems to actively try to avoid your energy, but it cannot get away from you as you slam down into it. Sweet. So you did 13 damage all up? Plus 10, right? With your Great Weapon Master?
So, yeah, plus 10 for the Great Weapon Master, and then it would be the plus 3, so it would be 23. And
yep, heck yeah.
Rubber's not wise, but...
Yeah, heck yeah, that'll work. You see that it does extra damage. It seems to do even more damage than your Great Weapon Master effect, and smiting on top of it seems to do. You have very quickly taken about half of this creature's essence away from it, and it has made it easier for your friend to break out later if possible.
All right.
Anything else?
One more attack, I think.
Yeah, go for it.
One more attack. Second verse, same as the first, Bubba Big Hammer. It's not like splattering and burning a bunch of people around me, is it?
Would actually be splattering you.
That's fine. Fuck, that's fine.
I should say, your weapon, if it is mundane, gets magical. a -1. It's magical. Then you're fine.
Magical, and my armor's magic.
Amazing. So as it splatters over you and your weapon and your armor, you see that even though it tries to kind of corrode them, the magical essence protects it.
So that, and then I would also attempt to smite that.
Yeah.
Just I want this thing dead and not hurting people.
Absolutely. It wants to have a go, but you're not letting it.
Oh, did I gotta roll the damage for the hammer. Oh, did I hit? Yeah, did I hit?
For a 25?
Oh, it would have been -5, so it would have been 20.
So another dirty 20. Yeah, heck yeah. That'll do it. With another plus 10, so 19 plus 5 is 24. Yeah, heck yeah. So you managed to almost completely, with your natural holy energies, burn away a lot of this creature's entity. Ari, you are freed from the grip of this thing as your partner Bubba saves you as usual.
Wait, as usual, nah.
Hey, he didn't fall into the trap last time. Environmental actions. The guards in the room stand up and begin to, attack you or get into a position to attack you. But we move down to ranged. Warden is gone. What can the warden do? Okay, so you can see that underneath where this necrotic ooze was, you can now see... let me just get rid of the token.
Is it dead? Did we, malform it? Or perceivably malformed it for now?
Yeah, so the main body of the ooze is seemingly gone. There are remnants of the ooze kind of scattered around the walls and floors and ceiling, but it's nothing that seems to be aggressively attacking you right now. Underneath...
Would it be my turn or its turn?
It is coming up to its turn. We are on its turn right now, actually, and you see below where it was, there is a sundered desk, sundered wooden desk and chair, a small bookshelf that seems to be put into place to create a makeshift barrier next to the desk, and a large fortified chest essentially. And the body that was rising in the ooze before, that was being like centaured in the ooze, is now laying sprawled out within that kind of debris. Yeah.
So is it moving or not moving?
So there is minor movement around the room from the ooze, and more active movement from the guards. There are 3 melee guards in the room with you.
Are we still in initiative, or are we just kind of?
Yeah, we're all still kind of in with the guards there. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So whose go is it?
Good question. The warden is going to with.
Yeah, you need to go through its turn. It's like.
Yeah. Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Yeah. My apologies. I need to finish what I started. So it's going to activate an ability. Everyone within 30 feet, which is all of you, I believe. Yeah. You need to make a con save.
Con save.
You get, since you're next to me, you get a +3.
Oh, 15 for me.
Ooh, me too.
24. That's your echo, right?
14.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah.
It
Alright.
still gets it. Like, if it counts as you, it still gets
Yeah.
it. I have an aura of 10 feet around.
Gotcha.
Anyone who got below a 16 is now stunned.
I use my reaction to use arcane deflection.
Great. Use your reaction to
That
use
gives
arcane
me-
deflection.
That gives me a +2 bonus to +4 bonus to my saving throw, which means I get an 18.
Great. So I think it's just Ari, who after being almost consumed by the necrotic ichor, you feel the worst. The worst negativity filling you up inside, metaphysically. And so for the next minute, you have disadvantage on attack, ability checks, and saving throws. You can't take reactions, and on your turn, you must choose either move, an action, or a bonus action. You only get one.
Love that.
Yep. And all other creatures have advantage against you on those things as well. But you can still do some stuff. You're not stunned and incapacitated for a minute, but it's hard. So, yeah, we move on to Groth's turn. Excuse me. Thank you for
Okay,
waiting.
so you said that the guards were approaching up the stairs?
Guards are reforming and grabbing their weapons. They seem to be up next.
Are they have they made movement toward the stairs?
No movement towards the stairs, or any of you.
Okay. What's the warden look like? Like, is he wearing any kind of metal armor?
You would have to investigate, but right now it looks like the whatever armor or weapons he was carrying have been kind of corroded away mostly.
Okay. In that case, he is going to stay back and he is going to cast Chill Touch on the warden.
Yeah,
Because because after using Arcane Deflection, I can only use cantrips on my...
amazing. Yeah, so you cast chill touch on the body of the warden, and
19
a 19. Yeah, that absolutely hits a dead, unmoving body.
It's going to be 13 necrotic damage, and he will have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
No worries. Yeah, cool. So
That is going to be turn.
Amazing. Cramden. The melee guards are up next, and then Cramden. So the melee guards who are in your space move up to attack you. Let's see who I've got available. 20 feet. So 5, 10, 15, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. That'll work. Okay, so Bubba, you're going to take 2 hits. And Cramden, you're going to take 1. These things have a +3 to hit. All right, and so they hit with a 21. I rolled for all three of them at the same time, so they hit 3, and they do. There are 3 of them, so they do 10 damage for each attack. So, Baba 20, Cramden 10.
My shadow disappears. It's got 1 HP.
1
Whoosh!
HP.
It vanishes.
Heck yeah. So it takes a swipe at your shadow being. Your shadow being disappears. The zombie doesn't seem to register.
Cool. I'll just move him over here for now.
Okay, so Crandom, you're up. Your shadow has just disappeared. You felt your shadow disappear.
Yep. I don't think I can do anything now. I am stuck in the room. And I just like turn around. Oh no.
You can flip the switch as an
Yeah, but then I'd be locked out again.
you'd be locked
I mean,
out
hey,
of
let's just
the-
see.
you'd
Let's
be-
not
you'd be
use
able to go
no
into the room.
actions. Okay, so I walk up to the doorway and I cast my shadow on the outside, and that's a bonus action, so I can't switch with it yet.
Yep, so as you go to activate your ability through the gate, it does not work. It seems like you can swap places if you're on either side of it, but
Okay.
you can't activate the ability through the gate. You did say it was
Gotcha,
a
I was
magical
thinking.
ability, so because it's a
Well, you
magical
would just
barrier, as opposed to a magical field,
I totally
that's
get
how
that.
it changes. Yeah, cool.
What if he were to deactivate it beforehand, though?
If he were to deactivate it beforehand and put his ghost outside, absolutely he could do that. But he can't
Okay.
activate it through the force field.
Okay, so object interaction, flip the switch, cast my shadow echo
Yep.
on the outside.
Yep.
And then
You could use an action to object interact again.
Okay, well then then I'll flip the switch back, and then
Mm-hmm.
my echo will have at least 30 feet of movement. So hang
Yep.
on, let me get over there and just see. I'm running. I'm coming, guys! I yell in the room. It just echoes to myself. Hang on, let me see.
Yeah, so if you can activate your shadow within 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you could activate them right outside the door. And then
Okay.
with 30 more feet, you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could probably get just inside the door of the other hallway.
20. Like here or a little bit more?
I reckon you could get 1 more.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you hear it running.
Mhm.
It's just little echoes.
Okay, we're at the end of the round, or we're at the top of the round. I would say these guards, now that they don't, now that they aren't getting kind of the drop on you, and you have the headspace to deal with them, they're not a threat anymore. So we're kind of stepping out of combat at the top of the round. So do what you want to do, explore as you would like to explore. And just
My
say,
echo runs up, stops, looks around. I guess I'll swap paces with it.
yeah, absolutely. And you know,
around
even though these guard captains haven't been completely destroyed yet, they are still there. They will reactivate once you guys have kind of left them alone for a bit, unless you choose to do something to them.
I mean, I imagine
Yeah.
Bubba would just go around crushing them back to powder.
These ain't right.
Completely inert.
These ain't right.
Heck yeah. And with your natural positive energies, you seem to be able to take care of these things. So that's where we'll take our break now that it's 11:30. I certainly need a bio break, and we'll move on from here and explore this space when we get back. So how much time do you feel like you guys need?
How late are we playing tonight?
Good question.
Right.
Because it's already like 9:30.
It is already
Sorry, my time.
9:30. Absolutely your time. We did start a little late because of me. So I'll do my best to make sure it is less than 2 hours from now.
I can't. Sorry, I was under
Okay.
the assumption that we were kind of playing during regular game times. I can't play
Look,
for another 2 hours.
absolutely, that's
Yeah.
Sorry.
fine. That's fine. How long do you think you have? Because that will
I
be
can
the
maybe
time.
play for another hour.
Another hour. Okay. Then let's
Yeah,
take a 5 minute break and get back into it.
cool. Sounds great.
12:30 is our cutoff. Okay. No worries. All
Yeah.
right. See you in 5 minutes.
5 minutos.
So yeah, I have a spell called Sickening Radiance.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
What is?
I had the cutoff is right like where the edge of that dungeon is, and so like it looks like I'm sticking my head in this hallway. Oh, what's back there? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I actually had a spell called Sickening Radiance, and it's basically a souped up moonbeam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I could have just left. So we could have just stepped back, and I could have cast that spell, and it wouldn't have been able to do anything about it.
Oh, that's what you were bummed about not being able to do.
Yeah, I was bummed
Yeah.
about not being able to do that.
I hear ya. But I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that I was bummed about.
I didn't mean to be a dick about it, but I was bummed.
I know. I know you didn't mean to. And I mean, she told you. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Am I?
No, I was.
Bree was talking.
Like I know you didn't mean it that way. You had told us to like kind of let you know when you were unintentionally
Yeah,
kind of coming
that's my
across that
bad.
way.
Yeah, I was super bummed about not being able to use that.
Yeah.
I think a shoot maybe would have sufficed rather than like a blamey type of thing.
Yeah, I didn't mean to blame you. It's fine, but it's like, yeah. now I can't use it without also killing you.
Click, 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 click. All right. I'm just gonna zoom in.
Yeah, sorry, Ando. I kind of made other plans for after tonight as well. Because I thought we were playing during normal D&D session
back here?
hours. I thought oh, he's in the room, he just doesn't have his headphones
You just
on.
can't hear us.
Never mind.
He's going to town on that watermelon is what's going on.
I can't blame him. It's
Oh, he is. No, I call he
Uh,
is.
Also, the choice of moist and orifices. Just
Yeah, I saw you and Babs conversing about it. I was like,
yeah.
ooh.
But yeah, I know what those things are, and they're no joke. They suck.
Hmm.
Was it a
Luckily,
black
my
pudding?
crossbow is
Black pudding, yes, they are the worst.
luckily
What,
my
Kate?
crossbow is magic. So my
Ooh.
crossbow
Everything on
didn't
me's
suffer, but my
magic.
studded leather did
Yeah, your
suffer.
studded leather is absolutely destroyed.
Well, I only took a -1 to it, so
Really? I thought
You
you
got
still had
leather.
2 turns engulfed in it.
I was only
No, I
told to take
smashed it.
-1.
Yeah, I took a -1.
Well, I guess you only took
Yeah.
damage from it once, so yeah.
Yeah.
Before
with
its turn, it was turned into pudding.
How's that watermelon, Ando?
Oh, so good.
We saw you go to town on it.
Oh yeah, so good. I really needed it. Absolutely.
Watermelon.
Okay. Just for your interest, since you were talking about it, that was a combination of intelligent black pudding and fungal servant.
Oh, the spore servants, yes.
Yeah. There was supposed to be a couple things that were happening, but it didn't get a chance to use all
Yeah,
its
we
abilities.
got it.
Thanks to
Yeah, you
Bubba.
better.
Hilarious, man.
That's what we're here for.
It had my friend. It needed to die.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay,
I feel
so
like Alex can sympathize.
we now only have an hour left. So what I would say to you guys is, you don't need to be so cautious. Let's take off our caution boots and act as if these people are a little bit more reckless. I think that's the only way we can get the pace up a little bit to get to the fun stuff.
I lift the bookcase.
I'll do my best on my side too to help along
Yeah,
with
we
that.
gotta speed things along.
So,
Okay, great. I wanna
What
open
do
this.
we find in
What is
this
this?
room?
What
so,
is this?
yes.
Is it
So,
still covered in goop?
roll discovery checks. Anyone who wants to discover anything about this space, roll for it now.
Investigation.
That's
Yeah,
a
let's get an
28
investigate
on
here.
perception.
Heck yeah!
That's an 18 on investigation.
21 for investigation.
Wow. You guys are amazing. You would see with the perception check that would give you the hollow metal wall at the back of the room. There seems to be like a very similar hidden wall mechanism at the back of the room, at least. The investigation checks, they will give you on the warden's body, there is a red badge, similar to the blue badge from before, but this one is tinted red, also giving off a faint magical aura.
Groth will bend down and pick that up.
Yep. You feel it pulling towards you like it wants to be attuned. On the
Brandon attuned to the blue one at this
Yep.
point, so Groth will go ahead and use his action to attune to this red one.
So you attune to the red one, and you resistant to necrotic damage while you are attuned to this item.
Oh, fantastic.
Crammed on the desk in front of you, you find a inscription. I'll send you guys the inscription right now in the...
That's what Cramden says. Guys.
I'll put it in game
So
planning
excited.
where I've been chatting about everything else.
Where are you putting it?
In
the game planning Discord.
game planning.
Hey,
Yeah. So you guys see an inscription in the desk that looks very much like this. It seems like the desk might have once had a hollow display, but now it's just a simple inscription.
Oh, look,
and
it's a map of the dungeon.
It's like a
You
full
get a
screen.
map of the dungeon for defeating the mini-boss. Who would have thought? So you get a map of the dungeon, you get the red badge, and you see a heavy trunk that is locked.
I step up and I try to lockpick it.
Yep, so go for it.
You got this. I'm gonna look at this map. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
always. All right.
You muted Tom.
Can I cast guidance on?
Absolutely, guidance.
Ooh.
You mumbling words.
So it's a 25 without it.
Sure.
Do I need, and actually it's a 29 because you let me add my proficiency bonus again. It's a 29 without the guidance. Do
Heck
I
yeah.
need the guidance?
You can take it if you want.
He loosened it for
Okay.
you.
a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it lasts for a minute, then I won't use it on this.
Alright, yeah,
perfect.
you use it. Sorry, you don't use it. You still get in though. And as you open up the trunk, you see some, important looking documents. Something that looks like something that actually you would know is an ancient form of an elvish passport. And you find a stash of money. But with such a high roll, I'll tell you that the money feels wrong. And it's like ancient money too. It's like finding silver dollars, I suppose would be the
Selectrum.
American.
But they feel like they're forged,
Not forged,
Did we just-
tainted.
Did we just come
tainted.
across
Oh,
the
they-
friggin- Did we just come across the friggin' Aztec gold from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Essentially, yep, the Aztec gold from Pirates of the Caribbean is an apt description. I love it.
So this is what's making everything undead then?
It certainly feels bad. You would have to investigate it to
I
find
give it to
out more.
Groth.
You touch it?
Groth is gonna.
Well,
Groth
no,
is
no,
not
no.
gonna-
Okay, no. I pointed out
you
to
gave it to
Groth.
Groth. You
No,
gave
no,
it to
no,
Groth.
She's like, no. What I think she meant was that she was like moving away so I could get a look at it.
Sure.
Yes.
So you give Groth the space. So
Yes.
Groth, as you step
Yes.
up into the space, the red wall terminal behind Lilith activates and scans for your badge.
He'll hold it out, but he'll nonchalantly hold it out while he's looking at the gold.
No worries. I'll
And,
tell you about the readout in a second. But the gold, you would have to roll for.
He'll pull out. Yeah, okay. I'll roll for it. He'll just kind of lean up on his rod, and he'll like lean over it and just kind of closely inspect it, but he's not going to touch it.
Okay.
And he'll,
Yeah.
roll
You have
Arcana.
detect stuff as well, don't you? You could
I don't have
absolutely do
detect
that.
magic up. I don't have detect magic up anymore, but
No,
I can.
yeah, no worries. Just roll your Arcana check. See
Okay,
what that does.
Arcana. 13.
It feels like this is a potent source of necrotic energy.
He is
Pardon me.
going to. Let's see.
Take it outside.
He'll leave it alone for now.
Go
He'll
put it in
just,
that lead room.
This whole place is lead.
Oh, is it? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember?
The entire structure.
I didn't remember
seems to
all
be-
of it was, but yeah.
Yeah,
seems
the
to be built
entirety
with
of the
lead.
inside of the structure.
That makes
is lead.
sense. That makes sense.
Yep. So he'll turn away from the gold and he says, "Don't touch it." And he's gonna look at that readout.
Heck yeah. So you turn away from the gold. You get the readout, and the readout says B. Unlock. Sorry, not B. C. Excuse me. Unlock. Lock.
Then I see a switch on the terminal there.
Yeah. Yeah. Object interaction to enact it. Apologies
Hey,
again.
yeah.
My apologies again. I'm just getting my details in my head. It says C/D.
CD,
Unlock.
okay.
Lock.
Did we see any like labels on the doors that would like correspond with letters?
Nothing that you have seen
No.
so far.
But the colors, this is red, just like
Yeah.
the secret door on the outside. And you know what? That's not showing up on the map either.
Is it not?
I'm not. I can see the entrance we came in through.
Yeah. Based on the general scale of the map inscription, you can see that wherever that back door was is not displayed on this map.
And this is red. I knew my necklace would come in handy.
Perhaps it was a later addition from this map. And he will
Annex.
he'll walk up to the He'll walk up to the terminal
Mhm.
and was there a door on the other side of the big ooze thing, or do I see where this one goes to?
So there was just a blank wall, but with someone's perception check earlier, they found a different sounding wall in the center of the back wall.
Groth will just say.
And to
Groth will
remind
just
you,
say,
there was a hidden scanner next to the last hidden wall.
last hidden wall.
Yeah, the blue hidden wall had a blue scanner. You activated it after you broke the wall down.
Wait, there was a-
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, there was a scanner that we activated by the door that we broke down, but we didn't see what it did, if anything.
No, you saw that it lowered the door.
Yeah, that lowered the door. So yeah, he'll just hold the badge up. Well, he already held the badge up. He'll step towards the terminal and he'll press the switch but before doing so he'll say, "On your guard."
Mm-hmm.
He'll flip the switch and
Yep.
see
So
what it does.
as you switch it, it makes the normal chime sound for the gates to be swapped, but nothing physically seems to change within the space you can perceive.
That's what I imagined it sounded like.
That is
It's
exactly
gotta
the
be
sound.
that outside door, I'm telling you.
Perhaps it is so. Groth will kind of look towards the terminal. He'll try stepping away from it, see if that deactivates it.
Yep, so you step away from the terminal and it shuts off, but there's no sound like a door changing or anything like that.
But we didn't hear anything when I turned it on either, so.
That's right. It seems like it's a 2-point thing. You need to step up to it and then activate it. If you step away, it doesn't deactivate or activate itself, you know.
It just needs to be activated to flip the switch.
Yeah, it's like proximity to the
okay.
badge plus object interaction to change the doors.
Well, Groth will just kind of hold a finger, hold his hand up to his chin. Well, the only other red thing we've seen in this place is that other door. Perhaps it opened it.
Oh, good idea.
Let's go check.
There's one other option in this room I can see, especially from Bubba's perspective, based on his experience with the last hollow wall.
That's true. Smash.
If Bubba wants to take a smash at the wall, he does. Roll to. Wait, what did I say it was before? Did I say it was a roll to hit?
Damage.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
it's
roll to
Bubba's-
damage.
no.
Thank you.
I'm like,
Does
is Bubba
anybody
smashing?
stop
Oh,
Bubba?
shoot.
Like all you see is like
I love
kinda
this.
like Bubba leans up against the mall and like yeah. All right. And just Bubba winds back and great weapon master.
Heck yeah, just roll your damage and add to 10 to it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sight to see every time. He's so strong.
That's 20 damage.
Heck yes. So, you take a swing at this wall. It seems to be a bit more heavily fortified than the last, so it's going to take more than one swing.
All right.
Even though I just opened that door.
Oh, it's fine. You know Bubba's gonna hit it again.
Absolutely.
Second verse, same as the first.
Yeah, so 22, yeah, that'll finish it off. Absolutely. So you now can see through this reinforced hidden wall, and you see a unlocked red gate. Oh, actually, sorry, this is a locked red gate now, because you've flipped the thing. And you can see that it leads to a tall staircase with a singular yellow light at the top. You can't go through there, Bubba. That door was locked. My apologies.
My bad.
Yeah, no worries. You can see through the red force field that is blocking the door, but you can't move through it.
Well, that leads to that opening. Okay. Unless there's something secret in that hallway.
There's not.
Groth will step towards the terminal again, and he'll activate it, and then press the switch. On your guard.
For the sake of time, this is the part of the Zelda dungeon that teleports you back to the entrance when you defeat the mini boss. So it just gives you an option to leave if you feel in danger from this point in the dungeon.
Okay, so we've opened our escape route.
Nothing to
That's
investigate.
right. You've opened your escape route. That's a great
Cool.
way of phrasing that.
Well, in that case, he will. He'll. If we see that way out, he will activate the terminal again. Kind of close that door, and then we're gonna go.
That actually opens the hallway up to the stairs, but it
that's what that was.
closes.
Okay.
It actually closes the other door at the top of the hallway. So hypothetically, with the items that you have now, someone will have to stay behind if you all go through this door.
Well, I was thinking of going back the long way.
That's true. You could absolutely do that.
Yeah, see if that opens the door.
This is probably what happened to Dilbert. He probably let who he was with out and then got stuck in himself. Oh, he didn't have the red one, though.
Did not have
He
the
didn't
red
kill
one.
that thing.
Seems
Oh,
like
yeah, he couldn't have been in this room.
He might not have gotten this far alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only he had friends like you.
Yeah, as long as he didn't betray us, then maybe he could have.
Yeah,
So that
exactly.
bottom door down there is now locked. Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, I believe so. If you guys
Yeah,
have the door
correct.
unlocked to the warden's office,
Yeah.
then the door to the statue is locked. But
We can
there's
change-
nothing
we
of
can flip that
interest.
around, though.
There's nothing of interest behind us. Everything of interest ahead of us. So I'd
Okay,
suggest we
so-
take the east door.
Okay, so even if we were to go around to that other secret door that we found outside.
It would just be
Well, it looked
confirming
like that
it's-
led to it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it
what
would
it
just be
was. Okay,
confirming that
that's-
it's the
Yeah.
secret entrance, and confirm to you that someone, unless you configure the doors correctly, someone will have to stay behind.
Ando, can you
Yeah,
move my other token with me? Just assuming that I do a
absolutely.
teleport move.
yeah,
Or well, wait. Yeah, assuming that I cancel it out and create another one out here, I guess.
yes. No,
Yeah.
no worries.
Thank
I trust you guys to know the sequence of events to get all of you in the one space now. You've used these badges enough. So yeah, there is a hallway ahead of you. Yeah.
My shadow just runs down it, just ahead of
Absolutely.
me. Oh boy, whoa, get ahead of us.
Your shadow has physical form, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Yep. So
It's tangible.
So as your shadow steps around the corner, it falls into a pit trap. That
Yeah,
first
let
corner.
me stealth ahead and check for traps and stuff. I have resistance to.
Well, you don't necessarily
Well,
need
my
a
shadow
check
doesn't
now
hurt
because you can absolutely see a trap.
Yeah.
In that space. And as you fall into that pit trap, and the floor doesn't kind of crumble away, it deliberately like opens like a hatch, and you see the ceiling, the 4x4 block of ceiling above you starts to lower, and anybody on either side of that space in the hallway would see it lowering down, so you can't pass that space anymore. Does that make sense? Like the entire ceiling, the entire 10-foot 10-foot square is lowering so that both sides of the hallway are blocked off, while also the person is trapped in the pit.
Which
So it means
spot
like
is
an
it?
artificial wall.
Where Crandon both is, where both Crandons are, he's taking up
Wow.
half the pit right now. Yeah, no worries. I understand that only your ghost is down in there.
Right.
And you guys
So
are
I would've
capable
been
enough
going
to
with it
jump
then.
over that space, but suffice it to say, you're getting one turn each to react to this turn of events. So back at the top of the round, Ari, what are you doing first?
Gonna jump through.
You can
to the
absolutely
other
jump
side?
around. Everyone has more than enough jumping movement to get across
Okay,
the pit.
so okay. So I'll just move my token around here then, and I will provide the help action to anyone who needs assistance getting through. I guess.
Heck yeah.
So wait, the corner is where it is, or the middle?
Corner, the entire 10-foot block of the corner, the entire hall.
Okay, so then
Yep.
this is here then. Oh, I gotcha. Guys,
Yep.
this is what that sheet of paper was, the zigzag with the skulls.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my keen mind feat to perfectly recall what that paper looked like.
I also have it written down on a piece of paper. The next one's up here in this corner.
Yep.
Yep.
Watch the corners.
If we didn't have the paper, I have keen mind, so I would be able to
Absolutely.
recall it.
Absolutely. Jump and run, zigzag, skulls. You got it all. So, who is next? That is Bubba. You're up next. Then Groth and Crandon.
Running, and then it's a pitfall. So
It's
I'm
a
trying to understand a little bit.
and
Yeah.
a ceiling trap happening at the same time.
Down,
The
and we gotta
ceiling's
get in
coming
that
down.
gap.
You got to get through, or you're going to be left behind.
Running jump.
Running jump. Go for it. Roll. Oh no, you have enough movement. Did you have enough movement? 5, 10, 15, 20,
I was
25.
here. 5, 10, 15.
25.
There.
Yeah. Easily. As long as you have the movement to jump across the gap, you're golden. If you have to go down into
I
it,
don't know
you
if
might
I
have.
can because of
Where?
where.
Tari.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roll an athletics check then. Let's see.
Oh,
if you
wait,
can...
do I have is this like I have a turn to deal with this?
Yeah, you have a turn to deal with an entire turn. So
Can I
do
use
what
my
you like.
action to move?
Absolutely.
And then I'd have enough to foot, and then I'll get out of the way because that'll be jumping across. I think I can jump like 18 feet
Yeah.
across my strength. I think that's how it is.
I think Ari was holding a help action as well, so
Yes.
you could potentially
me over.
not use the well, I guess you would have to
I
use
still want to get out of the way. I want to get out of the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's fine. Let's move on. Groth.
He's gonna gonna run forward and take that zigzag pattern that he memorized and get across the other side.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything that gets in my way, that's all he's gonna do.
Where? All right. You're having trouble with the game right now with the map.
Yeah, because if
absolutely.
I load up Foundry, Discord is gonna
It bums you out. No worries. Heck yeah. So you take the first gap easily, and you are you going to try and take the second corner?
We're all waiting, technically.
I suppose.
I'm just letting him know where we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna be following the group. So if they didn't, Groth wouldn't.
They haven't crossed the second skull yet.
I prefer to be the first person to do that because yeah.
Well, that's fine. Cramden, your ghost is in the shell. I was about to say. Your ghost is in the hole. It's
totally in the shell.
Yeah, and it is closing up on it. There's only room enough for a small creature to get across the gap.
I appreciate your sacrifice. And I jump across the hole above it.
Amazing. It says, "No, don't leave me behind," as the ceiling finally closes in on it. Yeah. Ooh. So, what would you like to do with the next corner? Ari, we're back up to
I
you.
would like to go up to this corner, and I'd like to peek around, peek my head around the corner to see if there's.
You see a locked blue gate.
Okay. I'm going to jump to here, and I have enough jump to do that.
Amazing.
And then I'm going to check this hallway for traps before everybody else jumps in.
Before everyone else jumps in, and before you check that hallway, as you jump across the gap, you get caught by the second trap, and you take 3d8
damage.
You take 3d8 lightning damage.
I take half of that.
Great.
Because I have resistance to damage dealt by traps.
Heck yeah.
Booyah damage.
This is why I'm going first.
Well, you can go first, but my shadow doesn't take any damage.
6 plus 8 is 14. 14 damage down to 7. And you are also restrained as the others of you see Ari jump across the second perceived trap and get caught in a higher unexpected trap, and is now being held in stasis by this kind of electrical yellow energy. Well, now you guys are free to react to it. So, Bubba, you're up next.
Where is Ari?
I'll put her in position. So she jumped across this way. So she would be being held in the kind of higher 5-foot space in that square. So you could hypothetically crawl under her if you need to.
I was thinking running tackle.
Yeah.
I was thinking like doing it, and then I'm gonna try just momentum to get myself through it and run into her and grab.
Yeah.
Can I put my hand out to one up and help him with that?
You don't want to do that.
You're too heavy. No, I'm strong, man. I got hella strength.
Yeah, you could give him the help action to do this. Yeah.
I would like to point out that my passive perception is a 20 for future traps. Just
sure. It would actually be a 15 as this entire space is dim light. So keep that factored in. Oh, it doesn't affect...
That does not affect me.
Great, then it's 20.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. 20 for traps. Okay.
Just a 20 in general. As well.
No worries.
Yep.
So you got the high restrain. High restrain, lightning damage, and stun for 1 minute. So again, you're stunned, but there are no enemies around to really affect that. So Bubba, you were going to take a run. So do your maybe an athletics check or dex, whatever your body part you think your character would use. Roll it at that.
Oh, god damn it.
I think you had advantage from Cramden as well, so take that second shot.
All right, thank you, my little goblin friend.
Mm-hmm. I got you, bro.
Heck yeah. So that one worked. As you take your first, as you start moving forward, a spark of electricity shoots out from Ari's placement, and it makes you hesitate for a sec, but you take a few steps back, high five Cramden along the way, and take a running tackle into Ari, where you get caught in the same trap as well, since you're moving into that high space. So you take 3d8 lightning damage. No, you moved right into it. You don't get a save. Well, that would be silly. That would be like not the consequences of your own actions.
Knock her out of it.
Yeah, 9 plus 8 is 17. So you take 17 lightning damage, and you are also restrained. And you definitely do. You definitely do.
So none of that idea worked.
You definitely do knock her, but you are also caught in that trap. It doesn't seem to be affected by momentum.
Oh. Groth, no. Groth!
It's like when you
come here.
throw
No.
a football at a frisbee stuck in a tree to try and get the frisbee out, and then the football gets stuck as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Cramden, you can especially see this as you are shorter than most. The area where Bubba is kind of hanging in the space, only his top half seems to be caught in the electrical field. His bottom half seems to be swinging free. And Bubba, you feel kind of numb from the waist up, and you feel the rest of your legs and your tail from the waist down.
Okay.
So we're down
You need
to
to roll
Groth.
under it.
Groth, yeah.
Groth, what would you like to do with the information that you now have? All right. Cramden, we'll move to you, and if Groth comes back, we'll go to him.
Oh, sure. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know how much time I technically have. I'd like to use my echo to try to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely try to... It's a bonus action to remove it from the hole, and then another bonus action to create it. Do I have that time, or probably not?
Yeah, these guys don't seem to be going anywhere.
They're just, they're stuck getting shocked. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I just take it that way. I create another one beside me, and I just point at them. I guess my echo tries to grab hold of his feet and drag him downward.
Yep, so your echo doesn't seem to be caught in the trap as he moves under Bubba. And tries to pull him away. So roll an athletics check to pull Bubba out.
I would love to do that.
Heck
Dirty
yeah.
20.
So you pull Bubba down into the space below, like the 5 feet, the lowest 5 feet of this 10-foot high ceiling, and he moves out of that electrical field and is no longer trapped. You still feel stunned for 1 minute, so you can move, act, or bonus act during your turn, but you are free to do one of those things. Ari is still trapped in the field, and Groth has a chance to do something if he's around. Okay, Ari, you're up.
Groth? Are you muted, Groth? No, he's not. Never
No.
mind. Yep, Ari, you're up.
Just having trouble.
And I
Yeah.
try to wiggle my way out of it, or am I just numb?
Absolutely. And you would have disadvantage on the check to do it yourself, but you could also, interact with your buddies and ask them for your help. Ask them for help.
I will wait for someone to help me.
Absolutely.
Give me a neutral roll on this.
So Bubba and Cramden, you guys can either do this together or give Ari help to let her do it herself.
I'd give help, seeing how all I did was run into her like an asshole.
Yeah. So Ari,
Yeah.
go for it. Roll for it with advantage.
29, not 20, baby.
Heck yes. Your natural instincts around traps, it took you by surprise, and it's
You told us
making
to
you
be
feel
less cautious.
absolutely.
I know, right?
Absolutely. I also told you to jump and then run, not jump and then jump.
Oh,
You did.
bitch. I have it written down. Jump,
Oh,
run.
jump and then
That's right.
run.
Your instincts take over, and after a few seconds of being surprised by this thing, you manage to easily disable the trap and slip out of it. So it's no longer affecting the area. So you move across to this blue gate, and I'm pretty sure if the front of the hallway is unlocked, then this would be closed. So you can't get through this gate right now unless you flip the switch. I'm not going to make you move your token back to the switch, but if you say the words, I'm sending my ghost back to the blue thing, then I'll let you do that, of course.
You better believe it. And I stop it and I tell it jump, even though I'm controlling it. But then it goes back.
Yeah,
Well,
you do
I have
see-
to go with it because I have to stay within 30 feet of it. I have to be his babysitter. So I go and do it. We pull it off. The doors.
Now that you've seen, and after you've taken a few seconds with that second trap, you've seen that the first trap, the ceiling has reset, but the floor is now closed. So whoever would have been, left in there would have been still trapped, if that makes sense.
Although, do I have a way to come with them at all? Because this door that led us into this hallway stops, right?
It does. So you would have to ghost into the hallway, take your real body out into the second hallway. Yeah, you would have to leave someone behind. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's how I set it up.
Switch spots? Well, I don't know.
Either you're leaving yourself behind or your ghost. Which would you prefer?
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, let's leave my ghost.
Great. Oh, yeah, because your ghost... Oh, no, I would say the ghost has the badge because the ghost has your weapons. So any item that you are attuned to, your ghost has access to. So, yeah, you could absolutely get up, but your ghost has to stay there, or you have to deactivate it and potentially lose access to that terminal.
Okay. Oh, well, hey, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay, yeah, so my ghost could stand inside of the switch room, and I could stand just inside the door of this hallway and then switch spots between those two. Okay, so it's totally possible. Okay, cool.
Great.
So my ghost is stuck.
If you can make it into the hallway, great. If you don't need to sacrifice by leaving your ghost behind, awesome. Either way, you have opened up this next room.
And can I use heal my lay on hands to heal myself for what I have left?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
All the power to you. So we'll finish our session today in this next room. And if you guys are open to it, maybe we can come back in a couple weeks and finish the rest of this dungeon.
Sure.
Yeah. I certainly didn't expect it to go so long, but this is what playtesting is for, and I appreciate all of you. So let's explore this space, take it easy for the next 15 minutes, and have a good time. So if anyone wants to...
Checking for traps.
Absolutely. Let me describe this room.
I am not being not cautious anymore.
As you pass through the gate, there is a scattering of ranged weapon charge packs that tinkle across the floor when kicked. The air is clean in this more heavily fortified room, and that is mostly filled with heavy trunks and weapon and armor racks. A couple of them have been used to block a red gate, that leads out of the room. However, it's the softly glowing blue symbol on the floor in the back corner that catches the most attention.
Okay, well, we'll have to get Groth to identify that when he comes back.
Absolutely.
But
yeah,
now
so,
perception checks.
yeah, roll to explore.
I'm doing investigate.
17.
Yeah, investigation was there?
I got a nat
you did.
20, making
Heck
it 24
yes.
on my
Wow.
investigation.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
So, you find among the kind of degraded wares in this place, you find a few sets of kind of mundane weapon and armor. So any mundane weapon and armor that has been degraded on your person, you can now top it up one time if you choose to. You could leave the option here for later and top it up later when your armor is very degraded, or you can top it up now and just take the switch. But essentially you get one mundane replenish in this space. You also see that blue glowing symbol on the floor. I think, Cramden, you have the blue badge, right?
Right.
So as you step within the space of the symbol, if you choose to step within the space of the symbol, it would light up.
Guys.
And with your investigation, you figured out that it doesn't hurt you. So as you step into the blue hollow space, a blue terminal space, a hollow comes up around you that is kind of larger than the holographic display you saw before, and it displays to you. Yes, I really need to learn how to quickly upload images into Foundry so I can just display it to the audience as well. But for now,
I've been throwing them on the stream, but
oh, amazing! Please keep doing that. Okay, second and third. So the holographic display around you is pulled up in an isometric shape. So you get an isometric view of the same map you got before. And also, the rooms are labeled. So now you have access to all of this information. You see you see an isometric view of the prison, and the rooms are labeled.
Fantastic.
Cool.
You're
What are
back.
they labeled as?
So the first room you found with the statue is the guard room. Where you killed the warden was the warden's office. The large central room is processing 1, and you are currently in the armory.
Okay, and then what's this big room with all the cells? Is that...
The cell block. Yep, that is the cell block.
Cool. And the room before it?
Processing 2, excuse me.
Okay.
guys, look at this. Okay, well, it looks like there's a door behind all this clutter. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't realize you had uploaded another picture with
all
the
good.
full story
All
in
good.
half.
Okay. All good. You did find that red gate absolutely with your natural 20 investigation check. Yeah, you just need to clear away the debris. But we have kind of finished the half of the dungeon, or 2/3 of the dungeon, I would say at this point. But yeah, if you guys are willing to help continuing playtesting this longer dungeon than I imagined. Actually, I would say it's more like pacing is hard. Pacing is hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it can be. It definitely can be hard.
Yeah.
For our other game, I'll be like, I don't have enough. I need a million things, and then we'll spend the whole session doing one little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. What I should have done is absolutely push you to be reckless in the first hour and then more cautious, each hour going forward, as opposed to, going slow and then getting more reckless. That doesn't make sense. Whether in real life or video games. So thank you so much, everyone who tuned in today. We'll be back, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks. We'll figure it out with our schedules and do what we have to. Otherwise, we'll be back with Alex as our host and DM tomorrow with our Icewind Dale campaign.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. I'll see you all there.
Right, guys. See you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. We'll make an announcement during one of the Icewind games when the follow up of this will be.
We'll figure it out.
But cool. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys taking this time with me. This has given me so much useful information.
Oh yeah.
This is fun.
Heck yeah.
No problem. Okay, cool.
Good
Good night, everyone.
night, stream.
Bye.
But also good night, you guys.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.